What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Elite Encounters and our complete playthrough of Paizo's Bloodlord's Adventure Path for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I want to give a special welcome back to the Elite. That's our audience out there that are currently subscribing to our content, whether it is on Twitch, which if you're out there right now watching on Twitch, please hit that subscribe button. And if you are, follow button. Getting confused. You can subscribe if you want on Twitch.
That's true.
Yeah, but follow is free. And if you're watching on YouTube, we are simulcasting currently on YouTube. Please subscribe there if you are not already subscribed. So, welcome back to that. Also, while you're there, check out the link to the Patreon. There are 4 very interesting tiers there with physical rewards on 3 of those tiers and a little bit of interactive power as well, if you check that out. Now's about the time where I give out your skull bones. And remember, Joseph, once again, we're going to pass these down, right? You can't hoard these.
Sharing is caring.
That's right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Me neither. All right, so
That's me neither.
That's
All
where
right.
we get a nice thing.
There we go. Here's another one. All right. I'll use that one to re-roll that hand off.
There you go.
That's right.
Okay, so these skull bones are what we're using for our hero point system here for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So these can be used for characters re-rolling, thank you. Making me re-roll if they don't like what I just did, there. Or if they need to avoid death, you can turn in all of your skull bones and put a stop to you dying, potentially. Not potentially, for me.
Dang.
Okay. Not that
I
I'm going to ever get you to that point, right?
don't think we've had to do that yet, which is, we made it a few levels without having to do it.
That's true, and the more levels you get, the more resilient you are, and the harder it is to get you that.
Unfortunately for you, but fortunately for us.
Yeah. However, the encounters you meet also scale, so you never
For sure.
know. You might get knocked
Bite
down a
off
couple
more
times.
than we can chew.
We'll find out
You get knocked down, but you get up again. Never going to keep you down.
Mm-hmm.
with a wounded condition.
That's right. Okay. So let's move on to actually. Right?
Actually.
So this is a fun little segment where we talk about things that we could have done better, right, according to the rules. So I have kind of a very quick laundry list of things to go over. And these aren't necessarily like actuallys that we got wrong last time. It was more like things we did at the table, and like we made rulings and we want to clarify that, yes, this can be done, yeah, or not. Like, we made on-the-fly rulings that this time were always right, except for a couple. We'll talk about that. So first of all, reactive strike. We had a situation where a reactive strike, you provoked one from an unarmed assailant. Right. And I was like, nah, he's not going to take it. I don't know if he can take it. He can. You could take reactive strikes unarmed, no problem. Okay, so that's one. Sustaining spells that are within a certain range. That question came up. And I was like, yeah, I think you can do that. You can, right? Once you cast the spell, that is the moment that the range matters.
Yep.
Right? When you effectively cast the spell. If you have a range of 30 feet, you got to put it somewhere within 30 feet. If you move far away from that, as long as you still have line of effect to what you're trying to sustain, you can sustain it, right?
Cool.
It's just an action to keep it going. So there's that. Climbing. Right, we had some situations where people were climbing up and down ladders. To climb, you technically have to have 2 hands free. So I know we talked about Zareth sheathing his machete, and then kind of had his shield kind of ineffectively like attached to his arm while he used his hand to climb. And that's technically correct, right? You were using both hands. Your shield is not in use at that point, so you don't get any. You can't even raise it during that round. Okay, not a problem. Reactive strike. Stunned condition, right? We had that, we ran into that where you were stunned 2.
Yep.
And then the next round I said it ticked down to stun 1. Apparently that was a misinterpretation. Your stunned condition goes completely away the next time you regain your
Which is
actions.
an easy thing to miss because this is really an outlier in terms of how most all effects take place, where they tick down 1 every round.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So, I'm still not sold on that. I'm going to do a little off air, but I'll take your word for it. I think the weird thing was they use a stun 4 to describe a situation, and that's what threw me. But
I got you.
But that's all right. Anyway, that's pretty much actually right. It was just a bunch of things that we did, little Uh-oh.
No, we
There's
got another one.
So we did. We had a question on whether or not if you're sustaining a spell, that if you could cast spells.
Oh,
And,
right.
and
yeah.
you ruled that you couldn't.
Yes.
You absolutely can.
Okay.
You absolutely can cast spells, and you can actually sustain as many spells as actions as you have. So if you have, because realistically,
Sure.
that's one of the major bonuses of the witch, is the witch gets extra actions baked into her kit to sustain multiple spells.
Interesting.
Right.
So
like
you
the
can
hexes.
sustain multiple spells, and you can absolutely cast if you have something sustained, because you're just sustaining the thing, and then you use
So
the action.
sustaining doesn't have a concentrate trait to it. You're not
Cor-
breaking
it-
your concentration on
Correct.
a new spell.
Correct.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I think that
I looked that up because I was like, man, that would be very weird that you couldn't, one, sustain multiple things, and
Sure.
two, sustain something and do something else, because that's the backbone of the witch character.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
being able to
Yeah.
sustain something and then
Yeah.
do other
to sustain
things.
one of those hexes,
I think
for example.
we touched
yeah.
on that on the break too, just kind of briefly. Like, could you really, like cast 3 sustain spells and then just spend your all 3 of your actions, sustain, keep it going. And
Man,
good to know.
Makes
Cool.
me want to play some kind of a caster.
Right.
So, all right.
Yeah, no
So
kidding.
let's quit Bloodlords.
All right, here we go.
Somebody else GM.
Yep.
And I'll play. What was it? Yeah. I'll do it. Okay. All right. We have
Just,
a volunteer.
all right,
notable
tune in next
NPC.
week to character creation.
Yeah. We're just playing. Unless everybody dies tonight, which could happen. But before we
Yeah.
get to that happening tonight, let's talk about what happened last time we played. So last time we gathered up, you guys continued the battle in the brewery around those vats, and you were fighting against those ruffians. And those ruffians called for Pescahi, the poisoner, to join in the fray. A ghoul alchemist that kind of sucked. But we're not going to go into that. The dice tell the story sometimes. And as that battle raged on, Alara managed to distract the horde, or well, the big group of zombies in the cage that have been rattling against that cage gate for some time.
MVP.
During that battle, there was some ups and downs, mostly Mert and Ophelia.
Yes.
But you did manage to rally and ultimately defeat those enemies. But it took a lot out of you. So you had to plan a retreat and find yourselves an abandoned bookstore to hole up in for the day and night and get rested, healed, re-prepare your spells, do all your daily preps. And during that time, Mert ran a few errands, as he's known to do. And then they returned back to the brewery, and when they returned, they found it eerily quiet. The zombies were still in their paddock. They weren't really riled up. They hadn't really noticed you. You sneaked. You snucked. You did the thing where you moved quietly around the brewery, trying to avoid any detection by those zombies. And as you did so, you noticed that the weapons that you abandoned in your hastily retreat are no longer there.
It's no good.
No bueno.
Also, the corpses of the ghouls and the ruffians and the brewers that you ran into are all not there anymore.
That's less surprising.
Stuff has been cleaned up a bit, right? But you did manage to make your way back behind those vats and into Pescahi's lab and dissection
It's pretty gruesome.
office.
An office is a very formal term for just a horror scene.
His place to cut open things. And they found some, diagrams indicating, these experiments on quick that had been put through various poisonings. And then moved on into another room where we had some subjects on tables that were still kind of flayed open and in process of being worked on. But in the meantime, another kind of cage of zombies got riled up, and there were a couple in there that were your kind of run-of-the-mill zombies, and another one that was kind of playing his guts, more like bagpipes, I guess, is probably the better way to put it. But it was basically using its innards as some sort of musical instrument, and we combat ensued. Let's put it that way. And that's where we're going to find ourselves. So you've worked your way through most of the less threatening zombies around you. Both corpses on the table rose to attack, and then the two in the cage. not really a whole lot going on there, but this one with the guts is something different. And that's where we're going to pick up today with Ophelia's neck encoiled, ensnared by a length of intestine as we pick up at the start of round 4.
It's way too friendly.
Right on into, we'll just jump right back into encounter mode.
Let's go.
It's the top of round 4, and I still have the initiatives. I still have everything rolling. I still have Ophelia with the grabbed condition. And here we go. It's Alara's turn.
Oh, she's like, oh, crap.
Hope you know.
Right.
Yeah, hope you know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Go. What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
I remember this. Well, I know basically every. I do remember that almost every spell I have will not be helpful. Since
Well, okay. So
let's do.
I think you did manage to do a little something to this guy.
I did,
I think
yes.
you made a save. Now, it's interesting to know that leading up to this point, that most zombies are unaffected by any of your mental abilities, right? Any spell with a mental trait. This one didn't seem to have that immunity. It still had to roll a save against that last spell you cast. So you have some tools in your toolbox left. But if you want to take a minute, you can always delay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's a good approach here. Well, because I know you're currently being grabbed, so that would be lovely if I could help with that.
That would be lovely.
Yeah, I'm going. How close am I to the door? Because that door's behind me, right?
Oh, the
It
other
is
door.
directly behind you, yeah.
Okay.
The closed door that you kind of bumped into and had
Yes.
the voice behind you. Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to talk to the voice.
How'd the ghost bump into
Oh,
the door?
okay.
Oh,
Sorry. I'm gonna.
Sorry.
Alara's gonna.
There's a flavor bump.
Yeah, Alara's gonna ask who's there.
Okay.
We're gonna.
Hello.
So you're going to spend your time asking
Yeah.
who is there, and the response is, wait, who are you?
I asked first.
I'm on the outside of the door. You're on the inside of the door.
Are you here to kill me? That'll bring us to Mert.
okay.
There we go.
The zombie is directly in front of me, but there's also this intestine basically hanging to my left,
Sure
attached
is.
to Ophelia, correct?
Yeah, it's got a 10-foot reach on the intestinal. What is it? The gut lash
Yeah.
ability.
So I think I'd like to try to swing at that lash that's attached to her and try to cut that and sever it to prevent her from continuing to be grabbed, if that's possible.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So I'll swing at him.
Tune in next week for actually.
I mean, there's no, like, usually that's baked into the creature. Like, if,
Right.
if some part of the creature has a latched on, like a classic example is the roper in D&D.
Sure. Yeah.
Right? If one of those tendrils has got a hold of you, there are rules for if you damage
Cut the thing, it'll
how many
break.
hit points will
Yeah.
it take, and that sort of thing. But we'll just play this one by
figured
ear.
it out.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so
I'm going to give it 50% of its total maximum hit points for this one piece of intestine. How does that sound?
how about I just hit him? I'll just hit him.
Okay.
That's fine.
You could go for the intestine.
It's
I'm
18.
kidding.
It's 18, and I'll just take it to hit him. I think.
To hit it?
Yeah.
That is going to be a direct hit on it.
Okay.
And what sort of a weapon are you using here, sir?
This is my greatsword, and I'm using slashing right now since it is
Okay.
versatile. But that's what I've been sticking with on the
Slashing
zombies.
seems to work pretty good.
Ooh, minimum damage. It's going to be 8 points of damage.
Ooh, that is minimum.
And you know what? Try again.
Okay. Second attack.
That's going to be a
with
miss. 13.
13, sadly, is a miss.
Ooh, third action buffer. Let's think for a second. Something fancy I can do.
Okay. While you're thinking, Zareth will be up to bat.
I can't do somatic, right? Is that what you said?
That's correct. Somatic components are, you can. You just have to, because it's a manipulate, you have to make a flat check to get it off.
I'll just swing a third time. There's not really anything that is super advantageous to do here, and nothing wrong with swinging for the fences. Hope for a 20. So 1.
Okay.
So go ahead and
There's one thing wrong with swinging for the fences.
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
It's a natty 1.
Oh
Sorry, we'll get
no!
that out of the way early. so we
Man,
don't have
it's
to-
a good thing I had these cards ready to roll and shuffled and everything before the show. So you said slashing. Okay, so this is
Napping.
melee. This is called Funny Bone. You drop an item you're holding.
That would be my
It
greatsword.
seems to be your greatsword because that is 2 hands.
Sounds good.
So it is a miss.
Sounds
and your
good.
weapon's on the ground. So it'll be an action to pick it up next round.
Yep.
And it's Zareth's turn.
All right, I'm gonna move up to Mert's right, on the right side of Mert. Yep, right there. And then I'll take a swing.
Okay, I'm going to grant it cover because of the bars.
Okay. That
Unless you want to
is-
open the door and get no cover in the middle there.
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
Okay.
We'll leave it. We'll leave it. So.
Okay.
14 to hit.
14 doesn't hit.
Okay, I'll take a second swing. That is a 21 to hit.
Okay, is that after taking your map off?
Hmm?
-5? Did you take the -5 off of that?
So that would be 16 to hit.
So that does not hit.
Okay. That's my turn.
And it is Ophelia's turn, who is currently grabbed.
Okay. I'm going to cast a spell, so I need to do a flat check first, or
So if it does have a somatic component, then yes, you would do the flat check. But if you fail the flat check, the action is still spent.
that's fine.
Okay.
Well, it's a 2-action spell.
Okay. Go ahead and make your flat check first to see if you can get that off.
Flat check. I rolled a
Alright.
13.
Okay. That's a success.
Oh, I love
you
that.
managed to manipulate your
Fantastic.
somatic components. Your hands and fingers gesture appropriately. What are you casting?
Phase bolt.
Okay.
Just casting get the fuck off me.
I don't have that, so that's an attack spell. So, and it's 2 actions, and I rolled an 18.
Oh.
So that's a 27.
Okay. And because it's phase bolt, it's not going to get the cover from the bars.
Right.
Correct.
So that's a critical hit.
Yeah.
All right.
Heck yeah. Told you she cast get the fuck off me.
Yeah. How much damage can you do? So we're going to roll, what is it, 44 now? And multiply that by 2.
Now magic crit cards. Oh wait, I did
It's
roll
not
a
a nat 20. But yeah, that would have been a juicy.
20 points of damage.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's after the doubling?
Yeah.
Okay. And
I rolled
that
2 4s
is,
and 2 1s.
And what kind of damage is phase bolt? It's just force or necromantic energy, or what is that? I knew the answer to this question.
I believe it is force.
I buy it.
Sounds good to me. 20 damage, and it's still standing.
Oh, it's
man.
piercing.
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 It's
Okay.
piercing.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Interesting. So it like phases into existence and like actually becomes physical damage. Really cool. Okay, it is F to the Z's turn.
Oh,
Yeah, because
that guy.
I don't have anything else to
So
do.
one thing that should be going on is it's going to start playing this music from its guts, like
Gross.
this bagpipe, this dissonant dirge that just kind of fills the area. This is an aura effect that's going off. No actions.
I don't like that very
Every
much.
living
I don't
creature,
like that either.
Every living creature.
every living creature. Oh, here we go. Who's living? No. Yes. 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 No. Okay. So every living creature that starts the turn in this aura will become frightened 1.
Ew.
There's no roll
Oh,
for
I'm
that?
sorry. Sickened 1.
Again?
And it does allow a fortitude save to avoid the
Okay.
sickened condition. So
Let's,
when you start your turn, if you are still in the aura, we'll make you do a fort save
Got it.
and see if you take on the sickened condition at the start of your turn.
Love it.
What if I'm already sickened 1? Do I become sickened 2?
Ooh,
Sounds like it.
yeah. What are you sickened 1 from?
I think when he did the same thing the last time, I just haven't been able to successfully retch.
Oh no, this is something else. This is something else. This
He
is
did it.
this is frightened. This is my bad. It's just frightened. I've got 2 different aura things going on here.
Oh my.
He did the sickened aura.
So he's got different songs.
Yeah, this is frightened 1 and there is no save. The other one is
It's like a
sickened
concert.
1
So,
and
yeah.
has save.
So
Large
we are,
intestine song
we're all
versus
frightened.
the-
The living creature.
At the start of your turn,
Okay,
you will be frightened 1 if you are still in the emanation.
gotcha.
Yep. So it says, if you enter the area or start your turn in the area, you are frightened 1.
Love it.
And you cannot reduce your frightened condition below 1
Yes.
while you are in said aura. Okay, I might need to set up a rig where I have my laptop right in front of my face. That might make this look better. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that's just this aura it's emanating by playing its guts. Let's see, we did that. Okay. Now, I need to do this. Okay. So that will happen this time. So the only thing that I've got here is, because all my abilities have timers on them,
Sure.
sadly, I could just gut lash.
More
So I've already got one.
Yeah, more people.
Yep. So let's send out a tendril to Mert, since he's
Bring it on.
done some damage here. Gut lash. Here we go. 25.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Is there a limit of people, how many people he can have grabbed?
There's nothing indicated.
We're about to
here.
find out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Whole party's about to dance.
It's got several hundred feet of
This is 8 points of damage.
Okay, noted.
And it tries to wrap around but fails miserably.
Hey.
Ooh, love that.
That is its 2 actions,
Right,
because it is a zombie.
right.
You're not as tight.
Not that I'm giving away anything, but it's a zombie.
I'm also a ghost.
That brings us to Lysander.
Great.
Yeah, maybe this time it just kind of like passed right through you.
Do I have line of sight on this thing?
So currently you don't.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, you would have to either come up with the knot of people there or go out the door here and back around here through these fences here. But remember, you have the group over here.
I'm not going out there.
You should definitely go out there by yourself.
You're out of your mind.
Just have to check, you know. You never
I don't
know
have
what
to
player is
check
going
it.
to try to do.
Nope. Mm-mm.
I want to give you the freedom to do what you want.
Yeah.
It's just more fun when I get to.
So, is there a spot for if I send Remy up there? I can't see that spot, or else I wouldn't be asking these questions. Is there a spot where Remy could punch him, or is all that blocked off?
Right here, you could probably reach the bars. That's why he would have cover. So
Okay,
there's
great.
a spot here. There is that gut kind of tendril connecting the two, but that's not really tactical space. And then there is a space over here for you. You would be in range of said thing.
Yeah, I'm going to stay where I am.
You are starting your turn.
I'm frightened.
Okay, so you. Oh, did you? Oh, that's right.
You
you're
said there was
frightened.
no save.
That's right.
So, I'm sending.
Doing so good tonight.
Hey, I got you, bro. I got you. I'm sending Remy up, and he's going to attack the zombie through the
Go for it.
little chain there.
Got it.
And I can use my actions in any order, correct? So, I'm going to ask.
By core rules.
Yeah.
Page 447.
Nope.
The first action you take is the first action.
Yep, which is going to be protect companion on
Okay.
Remy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you
see
can
what you're
use your
doing here.
other actions for your second and third.
Yes,
actions.
I appreciate that. That's good.
I'm just playing by the rules.
Hey, that's fine.
Because I know I'm so good.
Rules are rules, baby. All right, so here we go.
Oh, goodness.
And yes, it's so well. I know.
That's a 15. It's probably not going to hit him.
Unfortunately, no.
He's going to roll again.
Okay. Does he have the actions to do so?
He does, because I've only used one, and I'll command him to attack again, which he gets 2.
Yeah, he had to move up.
Right, so if I command him with 1, he moves and attacks. I've only
I
used
see.
1.
Gotcha.
I'm using command again. He can strike twice now.
All right, it's too complicated. Just go for it.
Ooh, that's better. That's a 20. Nope, that's a 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit, even with
Great.
cover.
Yes, I love that. Love that, love that.
Me too. It's going to get onto a creature I can run effectively.
9 points of piercing damage.
Okay. This thing is still going.
And that's it for me, because I don't think with the neg 10 he's going to do very well. So he'll take his last part of his command, and he'll back up so he can't get grabbed. Back up, kind of back where he was. Yep.
Okay. That'll bring us to round 5, and it's Alara's turn.
Ophelia, how hurt are you? You're down pretty far, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't look so good.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Soothe,
Great spell.
and then that's just 10 plus 4. Oh, so 4. Well, no, wait. That'd be. Sorry, not 0. Done. 14. Woo! Yay.
Heck yeah, that's like max healing.
Yeah, it is. So, and you gain a +2 status bonus to save against mental effects.
Hey, okay.
So 14, and then I will. I have not done guidance on yet, so I will also cast guidance
Oh, okay.
On me?
on you.
Huh.
Very interesting. Mert.
I'm gonna swing at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
See how that goes. All right, that's a little better. 25.
Not to be that guy, but don't you have to pick your weapon up?
Yes. So as my first action,
Yeah. You took your second action first, which we already said was by rule not allowed.
picked it up first, swing as my second.
Someone's paying attention over there.
Oh,
Okay.
man. Yeah. Okay, max damage.
I
Just
blame
for
the
that.
humidity.
That's what you get.
That's
Max
what you
damage.
get. So that's going to be 19 points of damage.
19 damage. And it's slashing, you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That one took a huge chunk of guts out of
Yes.
our boy here.
Love it.
What you got? For your third action,
My third
which you're
action.
doing third.
Yes.
We've played this game before.
Some of us.
14 is probably miss.
14 is going to miss.
Okay, that's me.
That brings us to Zareth.
All right, I will also take a swing. And you said this is -5 because of cover, right?
No, cover will grant me a bonus to my AC. You are starting your living creature, starting your turn. You now have the sickened one, so you'll be
Frightened.
Frightened one, and sickened one. You still have sickened
Yeah.
one. And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to give you another condition 1, just because I'm going to
Just
say all
doomed
the
one
words.
just cause.
Okay,
Whoa.
what you got?
To be honest, doomed sucks.
25 to hit.
25 to hit.
Oh my.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's with your sickened and your frightened.
Yes.
The -2 of those.
Yeah. His numbers are all red on his sheet.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Don't look at my sheet.
Oh, he's.
I do what I want.
Oh, you might want to.
Well, he's looking at my sheet, so he can confirm.
Screen watching.
All right. That's a hit. How much damage do you do? It's not a crit, though. Oh my god, can this encounter get over?
That is 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay. You may dispatch your foe.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. I just because there's the bars there, right? So I just take the machete and just like lodge it in the top of his head.
And this is slashing damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and yeah, you notice that it definitely thunks deeper into the skull than you had expected, and that intestinal lasso around Ophelia's neck slackens and kind of slides off, leaving a trail of
Goo.
yeah.
Listen, I took a swim in the scrying pool. This is nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
I turn and vomit and retch.
Okay. All right. But you. All right. Sounds great. Okay. So that the effective aura of that music, that dissonant sound of it playing the pipes on its guts, fades out with a last kind of, and it collapses to the ground, and that's it. We're out of encounter mode because no one's bleeding, no one's dying, we're in good shape.
Yeah. Shocker.
Whew, yeah.
We have damage on us, though.
Yes, you do. But
But thank you, Alara. I am not down.
now, as you notice, Zareth, when you thunk that machete into this guy's skull and you rip it back off, you look at the face and you're like, wait, where? That's weird. And you guys all notice now, especially that this blade has drawn attention to this thing's face instead of its guts. It has the remnants of white face paint on its face still. And its hair looks like it's been dyed black.
Like a fletchling.
Yeah, typical fetchling disguise
you.
kit.
Yeah, you've seen this before. Maybe Zareth hasn't. But yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely point out that in the hideout of these guys that we found in the Court of Ghouls, we found, or not in the Court of Ghouls. What section of Great Urge was that?
Oh my gosh.
Bone Scrape?
Remember.
Is that right? The Bone Scrape? Does that sound right? But we found several of these disguise kits in their camp.
Indeed.
Or I guess, but these weren't members of the Three Finger Hand. These were members of the Bone Shard gang.
Yes.
That were basically just low-level...
Scum and villainy.
Yeah.
The
thugs
three-hand,
that were basically disguising themselves as fetchlings, yeah.
the three-fingered hand people came in and
Right.
like killed most of them.
Right, so there's a good chance that this guy was actually taken by them as a prisoner and then turned into this.
I wonder if these guys here were as well. Pointing to the two corpses on the
Could be.
tables. Well, the remnants.
Guys, there's still the person in the closet.
Oh, what? What?
There's a person in a closet?
Yeah, they wouldn't tell me who they were, but they don't sound very dangerous.
Well, did you tell him who you were?
No.
No.
Hello?
I asked first.
Hello? Who's there?
Who are you?
Well, I'm a prisoner here. Please. I don't mean to harm anyone. I'm just, please, if you would just let me out of here.
I'd like to roll perception. Not that I could see the person, but you know.
Oh, I get, yeah.
Is that a secret roll?
Right. It is, if you're
Okay.
trying to do what I think you're
Yeah, a
trying
little
to
motive sensing.
do. You don't get the sense that they are being, they want out.
I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly.
I can open
Ophelia,
the door.
do you need patched up? Do you need more healing?
I am completely unarmed. Please.
Okay.
I pull out my gem. I mean, you can have whatever conversation. I'm talking to Ophelia. This, as far as I'm
No, go
concerned,
ahead.
that guy
We don't
can-
want to do that cross air. Let's go for it.
So do we could let this guy out of the cage here. I'm assuming that's cage. I'm not sure. He says he's a prisoner. He believes, or he wants out. I know we have some people that need some patched up. I would rather patch ourselves up before we let somebody out into
Sure.
the mix.
I mean, it's not like I'm going to open the door.
Yeah, 100%.
I won't harm anyone. If you need to, please hurry. Please hurry. Please hurry before she comes back.
Which way does she come back to you? Through the door we're standing in front of?
If I'm looking at the door, I would say most of the time from the right.
Great. Okay. Is there a door to our right?
No, there's just this.
Wall?
There's this opening here that we'll talk about here in a second.
Okay. Well,
Got it.
I just pull my
Kind of glance over in that direction.
Yeah,
We can talk about it now.
Sure.
We'll just take this nonsense off here.
Oh no. I don't put that nonsense back. Put it
I'm not
back.
ready for more nonsense yet.
Because off to your left,
That's capital of nope rope.
there is this entryway into another kind of series of vats that are bulging and kind of frothing with filthy fluids.
Oh no.
Wasn't that the one we were talking about? The dirty
Yes, the
vat
the-
or whatever?
Yes, the
Not the
gross.
leftovers from the kitchen.
something grows within. It spawns. You know, to clear out before it runs out of brew.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, please do be careful of the vats over there. She manages to avoid them, but you must be careful.
Love it. I'm going to attempt to heal Ophelia.
Okay.
$25.
It's a crit if you're trained.
Yep, I'm actually an expert.
Oh. Are you using the expert or the trained DC?
Expert.
There you go.
So,
which that'll land you 2d8 plus 10
Yep.
on a
I
25.
was looking for that number. Thank you. That's 24.
Ooh,
Oh,
Whoa.
that's great.
That's way more than I needed.
Well,
but it's-
Well, Lysander's like rubbing the
Taken?
crystals.
He just like
On.
sticks it on her. He just like,
We'll feel
like
it.
I did with Zareth. Wherever it was hurt, he just like sticks it on whatever the thing is, and
Yeah.
it just like attaches to her.
Freaky.
Yeah, and it just sticks there, and you just see all that.
Does it just like vibrate or what? Like,
it looks like it's pulling impurities out of her body.
oh,
Oh.
And then when I take the thing off, it's
got
healed.
it. Fascinating.
like
Oh,
a plecostomus on her wound.
Yeah, sure.
start sucking on the glass.
Leeches.
Yeah, exactly.
When in doubt, use
Suck it out.
leeches.
I can do some healing as well.
Sure.
Well, Lysander's rolling around and patching people up. I do want to talk to this prisoner more and just like ask. You say her. Does she have different colored eyes?
Yes, you know her.
We know of her. We know that she's a changeling, but we've yet to meet her.
Yes, she is a changeling. Absolutely, she is horrible business.
We know that she's the supposed leader of the string-fingered hand cult. Do you know more about that? Like, how did you get captured here?
Well, my cousin owned this Crooked Coffin brewery. I actually came visiting, you see, from Mekatar. I am a celebrant. I am a well, I do some writing for the celebrants and in praise to our King Geb. And I heard some news that well, there are food prices are rising all across Geb, especially here in Grey Dirge, and well, I came to plan a visit to the city to see how I could potentially spin this to benefit the celebrants, and I came to visit my cousin, and when I came in, there was this horrible ghoul woman at the bar, and I was asking after my cousin Omteg, and they immediately captured me, and well, put me here. The other ghoul, well, I can't think of his name, the one with the fingers and the vials. He would come to observe me, but was more concerned, it seemed, with the activity in the vats. I laid low. I tried not to draw any extra attention to myself. You see, I was afraid that they were just going to kill me outright. I don't think what they were working on would have much effect on me, you see.
Oh? Why is that?
Well, if you open the door, you'll know.
I'm going to take a moment to patch myself up and think
Wait,
on that.
okay, please. I'm being overly cautious. I am not quick.
What kind of undead are you then?
Well, if it must be known, I am a zombie.
Interesting.
Quite well spoken.
Thank you.
Well, sorry about.
It probably comes from my skills as a writer for the celebrants.
Yeah. Are the rest of these zombies in these paddocks other prisoners or anyone else you know from the celebrants? Or
No, none from the celebrants. Like I said, I came down to investigate the reasons for increasing food prices across the nation, especially in Grey Dirge, and hoping to put a spin to it, if you would, regarding how the celebrants were not to blame for rising food prices. That clearly it's unstable markets and likely the Builders League wanting greedy land grabs and taking from farms, or who knows? I just had to find a way to make it not look as bad for the celebrants. You see, we can't have King Geb looking bad in his management of the nation.
then I would highly recommend you speak with the governor about this if you get out of here.
What do you mean, if, please?
Slam the door.
Please, I swear to you, if you just let me go, if the governor, who is, well, I suppose I could find my contact. So do you have a contact that I could reach out to set some kind of meeting with this governor?
Kind of look at the group, deciding like, we gonna let this guy know who we're working with? You know what I mean? Okay, that's a no from Ophelia. Okay.
I don't think it's wise.
Yeah, there's no reason to be loose-lipped about it. So I think just say, well, you know, you just have to find the governor. I'm sure you can figure it out. You seem well connected.
Well, I'm not well connected in Grey Dirge, but I'm sure I can find my contacts, my Celibant's contacts here, and I have heard that he's some kind of ghoul, something about stomachs or something, some sort. I don't know. Grey Dirge is such a small town. No offense, please.
Grey Dirge just does his blip on the radar. Fuck no, sorry.
Just another dead zombie.
Please, I've had a rough go here. I just need to get out and, well, I'm so hungry.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
That sounds detrimental to my health.
No, I won't try to eat you. I'm in no condition or position to eat. I just need flesh so bad.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we let him out or?
I mean, at the very least,
Yes,
it
I think so.
It could.
Is the door? Is there like a lock or something on the door?
Yes, I think so.
There is a lock.
Okay.
Yes,
I
but
was-
We
you
have a
have
key.
recovered some keys.
Yeah, I was gonna say we do have a keychain.
I don't know that we have a way of keeping track of this guy, and it's not like, oh, we'll let you go for a favor down the road, because then you'd have to keep track of him and know where he is.
I can tell you my name, and if you are ever in Mekatar, you can of course look me up. But my intention is to go there as soon as possible. Obviously, my assignment here to write articles extolling the celebrants of the rising food costs. That, well, I probably need to return home. I'm well overdue. I will give you my name, and you can reach me in Mekatar should you ever make it that way. That's all I can offer you at this point.
I'm okay with that exchange.
Yeah, there's no reason to keep you here in further danger.
Sure.
Without reason. So what is your name, sir?
It is Semot Get.
Okay.
I'll take my secret sense motive to see if he's lying. I mean, if I was in a hole, I'd lie for my name.
He seems to be giving you his actual name.
Love that. Semot Get.
Have we heard that name before?
You have not.
Okay.
How do you spell that? I'm not asking him.
I guessed.
It is S, little e, capital M. It's SEMAUTGET. So
Nice.
it's very Egyptian. It's SE hyphen mot MAUT hyphen get GET.
Got it.
Semot Get.
Cool.
Okay.
Love it.
All right. Then I just kind of point in the direction of like, if you go this way past the vats, you'll find the bar. And,
I
just
can't
get out
see
to the
where you're
street.
pointing.
Well, let him out. I'll let him
First actions first. Okay,
I see we.
out. Well, I can't. I
see
guess
we
I
meet
can't
here
let him out
again.
because I don't have.
that is true. So who had
Ophelia
those
has the
keys? Who grabbed those keys?
It would be Ophelia.
You told him to take a note of it. I remember that.
Yes.
So you've got the keys to this door, supposedly.
did. Yes.
You try them out.
Sure. I'll try to find the right key.
Okay, it takes a couple tries, but you do find the right key to this cell. Do you open the door?
Which way does the door open? Does it open
It's
inward?
going to open out into the hall here.
Fantastic. I'm behind the door when I open it.
Sure.
I'll stand in front with my shield up just in case.
Okay, so over your shield, you see this person kind of crouched, cowering in the corner. And they are wearing what may have been fine red and gold clothing, but it is now like just caked in dirt and has, obviously needs to be taken care of. This person is a zombie. They are clearly undead. They have their hair is used to be neatly combed, but it's now kind of matted down with dirt. They have a cut that is not normally seen in Grey Dirge. With your lore Grey Dirge, you'd know that this is like more of a fancy, stylish clothing and hair for this particular individual. And based on the artwork, he still has his pen behind his ear, but
You got to keep that.
I'm sure they would take his pen away.
That's right. His shiv that he sharpened up. Yeah.
Like, it's so funny, the artwork. And he's like a prisoner, but he's got his little quill pen behind his ear. Actually, it's like an ink pen.
Well, I suppose when you're being imprisoned by ghoul alchemists, I guess a tiny little shiv isn't going to be a huge.
I don't know. You could use it to pick a lock, maybe.
A bad ghoul alchemist.
Yes. The artwork is up on the feed now. If you want to take a look at old Set Mot Get.
Oh, I love it.
That is straight from the adventure. All of our artwork that we're posting here, by the way, is from the Paizo published Adventure Path, so it is copyright Paizo. We don't do any of those artworks. Yeah. So you open the door. That's what you see. He's like, please, if you let me go, I'm sure I could find suitable flesh to feed on.
I'm kind of pointing toward the doorway.
Okay, let's see if he notices and says, okay, he's
Now-
kind of cautiously starts standing up and watching you.
Outside, there are other zombies in a cage down the way. When you go out this door, I would take a left and go around the building as to not to provoke the zombies
Oh dear.
in the cage to your right.
You're relying on the stealth of a
I'm not relying
propaganda writer from Mekatar?
I'm not relying on your stealth. I'm just telling you, don't go to the right.
I certainly do appreciate that. I will try not to rile them up. I am in your debt again, and you have my name. May I have yours so that I know if you were to contact me who I am dealing with? I owe you a debt of gratitude at least.
I think you owe us more than that, but
Well, as you could see, I have nothing with me now.
correct. But one would presume, as we cleared out this area, that you would have been left in that hole there to wither away to nothing. By the way, I'm Lysander Darkthorn.
Oh, he looks at you and takes your hand cautiously. Well met, Lysander. I thank you, and I will make note. I will find my pen and make a note.
It's behind your ear.
Oh, I'm always doing that. Have you seen my reading glasses?
No.
Oh shit.
They took the reading glasses, left the pen.
Yeah, can't pick a lock with reading
Yeah.
glasses.
Yeah.
Well, could you?
I don't
Actually, next week, improvise tools. All right, and your companions?
I don't want to introduce them for them. I don't want to speak for everyone. So if they want to tell you their names, then go for it.
Alara Wraithsong?
I am Zareth Duskborn.
Zareth. I will commit this to memory.
Ophelia Ebonheart.
Ophelia Ebonheart.
I'm actually
Interesting.
from Mekatar.
Oh, fantastic. If you ever make your way to the Office of Propaganda in Mekatar for the celebrants, you'll know where to find me.
And I'm Mert Nellis.
Mert. Nellis.
Excellent to meet you.
Yes, we are well met. Now,
Now get out of my way. I'm trying to live here.
I must. I really must. You see, I have been hearing the sloshings and...
That way.
Yes, please, do
Yep.
be careful of the vats. That ghoul was certainly interested in whatever was happening in those vats. And he sidles his way past you, and he's very cautious not to, touch you. His hands are up.
Yep.
Okay. I will see you again someday. Goodbye, then.
Goodbye.
And off he goes.
And I will make sure, as he opens the door and goes out the way, I'll kind of do like out the door and look, and then pull the door shut.
Over here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
I don't let him slam the door or any of that kind of craziness.
Okay. So yeah, you watch him go, and he does kind of skirt his way
Yep.
around as you instructed, and then if you peer over to the right, the zombies inside that cage are still fairly docile.
Love
They
that
don't
for
seem
us.
to notice anything. For now.
Shut up.
All right, well, so we can see the vats
Yeah.
from where we're at on the other side.
Probably smells terrible.
Certainly sounds like there's danger that way based on what our new friend was telling us.
Yeah.
But we are also aware of the danger in the other room with those zombies.
Right.
So we could continue to investigate, not knowing where we're walking into.
Sure.
Or we could backtrack and try to deal with those.
Yeah, looking through the iron gate that we took care of the tooting zombie. Is that just like a small cell? Like, is there on the far wall? Is there doors or anything?
Are you talking here?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, this is just cage.
So
all
it
the way
doesn't go
around here.
anywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
So
They
really
were just holding them in there.
Yeah, so our two options are through the horde of zombies or through this gurgling liquid that, as Alara pointed out, like has this like hunger that like whatever they were doing experimenting with this stuff, there's something horribly wrong with it.
Well, we have the alchemist notes. What else does it say about these gurgling vats?
So the only thing that you have any indication that he wrote anything was that note that Lysander found pinned to the door. And the word that from Semotket that he was coming over to just kind of check on them, whether or not he made any notes. You didn't really find them. You may, maybe with some more time in his lab, you might uncover something. But
I have his formula book.
you do have that. There are no notes in there about that.
If we do step into that room a little bit and at least look at the vat and the situation in there, does it seem like there's a way to get past it?
Do you come around here and look?
I'm happy to step in a little ways, right? I mean, that seems like the best path forward. Unless,
So-
Zareth, like you said, we should just go try to face off that horde.
It goes down here, and you can see. I mean, if you come around to where you have line of sight, you can
Yeah.
see it. With some moving around in the cage over here.
Yep.
There seems to be another gate over here, and that kind of opens up into the
Sure.
darkness beyond.
Cool.
But does the floor look clear in front of me, like, to get there? Or is it just all this roiling mass of disgusting nastiness?
I peek over his shoulder.
It appears that if
Looks
you
clear.
cautiously walk around the vats, you might not disturb them.
What if I float over the ground?
That would probably not disturb the vats now if you go over and start poking around in the vats, or
Okay.
who knows. But yeah, you think that the stuff that's kind of boiling out and onto the floor, which you can kind of see on that map there, is just filthy, like foamy kind of beer, but there's kind of some other like it just looks
Nasty.
impure. Yeah.
So I'm gonna guess you probably relay this to us, because what I'm thinking is that sounds dangerous, and the zombie we were talking to mentioned that a woman who matches the description of the hag is down that way, and if you see gates, then are those the other side of the cells the zombies are in? I don't really want to mess with.
I think I
A
could give
dangerous-
you a good idea that, yeah, the gate that I see with the zombies kind of shambling around in the darkness is the other side of that cave.
Yeah, because
Cage.
I don't want to deal with a zombie horde and a dangerous environment and potentially a hag.
Okay.
Yeah, because we'll be able to run if we get pinned up against those vats.
I'm fine to set up and try to take down that troop of zombies, although a couple of them look very formidable. We might be able to pull it off if we prepare well. However, if we do, I need to take some more time to recover before I face
So
them off.
as you're discussing this, I'll give you some descriptive text of the spoiled brewery area. 4 wooden vats in this room are stained from excessive leaks that have gone without repair. Mold and seepage crust their bulging seams. Distribution pipes leading between the vats into a hall to the west look like they're about to burst from whatever is fermenting inside them. A raised walkway wraps around the south and east wall of the room, though the portion of the walkway nearest the vats is completely covered in that same mold.
Sounds yucky.
Sounds like no thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it just stinks.
gross.
Like, yeah, just like horrible, wet, moldy environments, and mildew and pissy beer.
Gotta love the pissy beer.
Yeah, just
This is a kitchen nightmare situation. It's like
Yeah,
nasty.
right. Okay, well, do you want to come back and do the zombies then? In the cage?
If that's what Zaris recommends, I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Do what you need to do to get yourself ready, and I'll watch guard.
Well, I think we should get a few of us up on the scaffolding and kind of fully
The spellcasters.
put ourselves where we want to be. Yeah. I need
You
probably.
joke about this scaffolding over here with the mold?
No.
Yeah, put me up there. Put me in one of the vats, please.
Yeah.
Just checking.
No, just drown me in the vat.
No.
Again, I want to make sure you're.
Well, Mert, you said that you think you've seen the other side of the cage. Did it seem more sound?
It's so far off. I don't think I'd be able to tell. Like it off into the distance that far.
Okay.
And let's be honest, nothing here is sound.
I mean, facts.
Yeah. Whatever. We saw the size of those two brutes in that troop.
Yeah.
I mean, very few things could just hold them forever if they're agitated enough. But yeah, I need to take some more time. If I step back into the room and take I'm gonna need at least an hour to try to get myself patched back up.
All right, where do you want to try and spend that hour to get good?
I'm fine in this room we are in. If we just kind of move back to the other corner.
Just back over in this area.
Yeah.
Okay,
Unless you
that's
guys
fine.
want to go somewhere else.
It's fine.
I won't move any miniatures or anything. We'll just kind of go into exploration mode and do our thing.
So, looking out into this other room, I think if myself and maybe Ophelia and Alara take that scaffolding, kind of that corner, that scaffolding.
Just kind of climb up on this end of over the vats. Okay.
But at the same token, there would be something to be said for you guys to be able to have access while they're all contained in that little thing to, I don't know, set them all on fire or, any kind of
I was curious if zombies burned.
area effect kind of abilities that you have. Because they'll be all, jam-packed in there. You'd hit all of them, or at least a good majority of them.
Just when you need a
Yeah, right.
big vat of acid.
Bet.
Best I can get you is pissy beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really a blastery type. Like, I don't dish out a shit ton of damage. But
I worry we're only gonna have like one
good
hit.
yeah, and then it'll be on.
Yeah, we want to start turning the battle to our advantage immediately, because if we don't take out some of the
Big boys.
the grunts, or focus on the big guys first, Zareth and I will not be able to hold them in melee combat.
Right.
We have to be able to diminish them as quickly as possible. Zareth, do you think we should try to do what we mentioned in the bank as well, to split their attention? I'm happy to try that. You run one way, I run the other, and kind of harry them, whichever one they decide to chase.
Sure, we can try it.
That at least splits their attention. As we discussed this more further, I need more time to heal myself. Unfortunately, I'm still not doing well.
Oh, this is where we need.
More than an hour.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Need a big bag of marbles, all kinds of fun things.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Cue the Benny Hill theme.
Absolutely.
Jax.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Now.
Okay.
Okay, so a couple hours of strategizing, healing. Everyone is in good shape. They have the spells that they have for the day that they have used so far or have not used so far. What are you gonna do?
Oh wait, my guidance is reset.
What if? Now, just hear me out.
Yay.
I could be just talking nonsense here, but what if we take that far vat of the three closest to them, and we split it open, and we let the liquid pour onto the floor, essentially maybe slowing them down or making them easier to hit because they're unstable, and then we try to fight
On the edges.
on the edges of that.
The icky ones, or
No, please don't.
No, we're going nowhere near the icky ones.
Okay, I was.
She's
concerned
trying to
for
kill
a
us
bit.
all.
I like her idea.
I was like, You said of the 3.
Over there. There's a row of 4 and a row of 3.
You just get a crowbar out and just start going to town on that thing.
You're gonna feed them to the whatever's growing
I mean,
there?
you could bring the zombies down this hallway and hopefully whatever's in that vat of shit will come out and fight them too.
Presuming I can make it to that gate and open it and make it back in one piece.
We could open the other gate. Yes, I see.
I'm just,
what
you
you're
could
saying.
open the back gate and then let the zombies shamble down the hallway into the vat of whatever the hell this is.
I think that would be maybe a good idea for if things are working out. We could try it as
I think if things aren't working out, we're probably going to be dead.
Yeah.
Well, if we do let them out the back way, and the whatever is in those vats eats them, we've also narrowed.
Shut up, Patrick.
I'm trying to keep my poker face. Okay, please.
They'll be coming at us, which means our way out is clear.
I mean, it is what it is. You know, we're just talking strategy here, talking shop.
You know what I mean? Because if they're coming at us this way, from the nasty vats.
Correct. The outside would be cleared if we had to retreat.
Behind us. Yes. To the other nasty vats. The less nasty
That's also
vats.
assuming that whatever's in this vat of shit will eat them or attack them on some capacity. They, you know,
Ish.
they may be best friends.
Sure.
BFFs.
I think
Or,
regardless, though, if
you
we...
know, it might make it stronger.
Sludge
Yes.
buddies.
Yeah.
We have bridge club.
Yeah. Like the big ones we stand on.
Yeah, I think regardless, though, if this goes south, we do not want to retreat deeper into this brewery. We
No,
want
no,
to
no.
try to get out at all costs.
Yeah.
Which means us being on the scaffolding would not be a great idea.
Okay, I have a question.
I'll jump.
So the
Yeah,
scaffolding, there's 2 ladders on the far sides,
The
right?
back sides.
So
Yeah.
ladders are here
Yes.
and here.
Are they fixed to the scaffolding, or can we?
Yeah,
move
they're
them?
kind of like built into it so they can
Yeah.
climb up to the. Yeah, they're not like
a good
a
question,
separate
though.
ladder.
Yeah.
That is a good question. Yeah, because you could then, you know, move it around to suit your needs. But no, they're kind of built into the.
But as Lysander said,
walkway.
you know, I mean, I did it when we were fighting that ghoul. You know, if you need to hop off,
Yeah.
it
If it
might
come-
hurt a little, but
Yeah, if
you'll
it
at
comes
least be able
down to
get
my
out of
life
here.
or death, I will dive off that.
Well, if we wanted,
Yeah.
of course, we wanted fire. Alcohol would burn.
I mean, I have fire.
Could we
This
push?
is beer,
Could we
though.
push some?
How
We could just
flammable
set
is
the
it?
whole building
It's
on
very
fire.
watery ale. I know you didn't taste it, but
Mm.
you got a feeling. Yeah, this. Yeah.
Yeah, we
right,
did see her
right.
water
Dive
it
bar.
down.
Dive bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could we push some crates underneath the scaffolding towards the exit? Because there's all those brewing supplies. There's crates of
Or
materials,
we'll make
right?
like faux steps to
yeah.
like climb down.
Yeah. So that it's.
Okay.
Not a jump.
Can you do all that without riling up the zombies in the cage? I don't know. Maybe. You want to do that?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
We could set up most of our defense and then try to do that. Like you and I can do that because if it goes south, we're going to be fighting them in melee anyway.
Yep.
So you're not going to actively just go open the
But-
gate. You're going to try and set up these stairs first with these crates.
Yes.
While
And by
they're
you
over
and
there,
I
like-
mean you because I can't do it. So
pretty much.
Yeah. That's fair.
And
I'll
yeah,
supervise. Don't worry.
and if you're picking these up, then you're going to go basically to encumbered, and then you're going to lose your speed, movement, and all that stuff. So we'll, you know, when we go into rounds, we're going to keep track of like how far you're moving with these heavy crates to set up these stairs.
Oh no.
Okay.
Just kind of if that's your plan, that's how it'll work out. Like I'm.
Round 27.
Yeah. They probably won't get to like just watch you go back and forth with heavy crates for 20, 30 minutes while they go, "Whoa, what's going on?"
But that's also assuming that it triggers an encounter, right?
I mean,
Yeah, now you're thinking like this is not a game, this is a story.
I'll jump. That way,
Yeah.
you don't have to move all those crates.
It really wasn't that bad.
I'll
I swear,
straight up
guys.
jump. It's no big deal.
So since you're talking metagame wise, jumping off of this 10-foot platform, you'll kind of twist your ankle at the bottom and take 5 points of damage. You take damage half of your falling distance.
Okay.
My
Then,
ankles
So if you
don't
can
like
eat
that.
5 points of damage, now 5 points of damage might be,
Life or death.
yeah, for some, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, if
Yeah, if it's
you've got a
between
team, you've got a plan, we've
Yeah.
got
Okay.
we've got
think-
tonight, who needs tomorrow?
That's
I
right.
think
Let's do
even if you jump off and take
Let's
5
take a
points of
chance.
damage, like it's
Right.
probably still our best strategy to
Sure.
have people go up on the scaffolding, even if the ladders are on the backside.
I would agree with that.
I think you have a better chance of climbing down and sneaking out, you know, the back hallway if you really don't want to take the damage. We might be able to hold them off, or if they chase us a different direction, you know.
Okay, so here's the if we
let's
set
plan
up
for success.
if we set up on the scaffolding in that corner there, overlooking the doorway, what direction are you guys running?
Zareth, if you want to take the direction towards the stair room, and then you can also be the rear guard if things decide to charge that way. You can try to keep the exit clear. You're a little more durable than I am, and I will harry them from the opposite side from where we are currently. And if they decide to chase me, I'll bring them back around the backside.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, let's go.
Go team.
Go team.
On 3.
1, 2, 3.
Don't die on 3.
So, just explain to me
Here we go.
what you're doing to set up. We'll get things kind of set up. We'll make some perception rolls for the, to see if you're noticed, right? And then if things break out, then we'll go right into initiative and encounter mode and get this thing started.
So all of us who are going up on the scaffolding,
Okay.
I think we're going to take the far ladder.
Okay, so you're going to sneak out this door here, under here to the far ladder.
That makes the most sense to me to
Okay.
get up there and without the chance of being seen trying to shimmy up this close ladder. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to come up. Does the whole thing make a square, correct? It's all connected?
Yeah, the
Yes.
walkway around
Yep.
the vats. Yeah, it's
So,
completely contiguous around
At
the
least
vats.
I'm going to go up that back ladder and go forward and then across the front.
So over here.
Yes.
And-
I'm not going to walk down this path and give them line of sight
you.
to me as I'm. Does that make sense?
You're going to come over here, up,
Yep.
and then around this way.
Yes.
Great.
Or are you going to come back this way?
Are these vats taller than the?
No, so when you're on the walkway, you're looking kind of down in the top of the
Sure.
vats.
I'll just come the way you did the first time. So yep, and then that way.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to be stealthy.
All right. Let's go ahead and
And I think that Ophelia and Alara are coming
Yes.
with me as well.
Yes.
And
Okay,
then
so
once
I'll
I
make,
see
some
once I see
stealth
you're in
rolls for
position,
that.
then I'll move up kind of at the base of the the structure there by the door.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to put Remy at the top of the close ladder, occupying the square at the top of the ladder.
Okay. So being stealthy, you and Remington kind of come over to the ladder, come around. You said you're going to put him where?
He will end up right there. Yes.
Right
He
here.
will end up right there
On the walkway?
on the walkway.
Got it.
You're going to end up here.
Yep.
Ophelia, where are you going on this walkway?
Behind Lysander.
Here or like right there?
Yeah.
Right behind him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alara.
Behind Ophelia.
Okay, so as you guys are making your way,
Here we go. And I feel like
somebody like knocks into or bumps into one of those vats because
they would probably. Are you guys moving too? Are you just?
Yeah, we'd be moving.
yeah,
at
we're
the
going to
same
get you into
time.
position.
I was like,
But I just want to say that
Sure.
the
Someone
zombies
fucked
have
up.
stirred.
Yeah, someone fucked up
Okay.
AA.
They immediately
Bleh.
lurch over to the gate and start.
Sure.
Now we're going to get you guys into position, and then we'll get this thing kicked off because everyone's aware of
Let's go.
everybody.
Let's go.
Let's get this done.
Yeah.
Zareth, where would you like to get set up here?
So
You hear as they're kind of climbing around, and you kind of moved your way to the door, and you're waiting to get in position. You can hear someone. Oh shit! Someone set something up. So
I was going closest to the exit, or
I think so, because that way you can be the rear guard. If people need to escape, you can hold, and then I'll come in from the other side.
now remember, the only way out is over here through the bar, right?
Yep,
You
right.
can't get out through this portcullis here.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's our
so
rear
we'll kind of
guard.
post you there. So you come around, and maybe come through here. And as you come through here, they're already riled up.
okay.
Mert, where are you coming?
Yeah, come just straight down that hallway, basically, so I
The
can
other
see
side. He's coming down
the
this
more
hallway.
direct route.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so we'll put you about right there.
Great.
And let's roll for initiative as
Oh my
they're
god.
banging on the
Okay.
gates.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
So let's get out some beefy dudes.
Oh, beefy dudes.
Those minis are so cool.
And in addition to the beefy dudes, we are going to get out 6 others.
I want to point out that their arm is literally the same size as Mert's mini. That's
I think their arm may be bigger than Mert's mini.
yeah,
Mert's mini.
which makes sense to scale, right? He's
Sure, yeah.
Maybe 3 feet tall.
Holding a halfling in his. I'll beat you with a Mert.
Yeah, please don't pick me up and use me as a club. That would be no good.
Well, yeah.
No.
Yes, I know. Yeah. Technically would work.
Yes, right.
Flavor-wise, it seems odd.
All right, so let's put these six little doodads in here. And I've got my initiative, so if you guys are rolled up, you can.
I'm rolled up.
This was probably a terrible idea. Here we go.
I regret everything.
I regret every decision I've made so far.
If this goes well, though.
Yeah, right?
So we'll say the initiative is going to start. We can go perception based because your stealth you knew was blown, but
Yep.
they still haven't been able to get through the gates. So
Sure.
we'll go perception based alone.
Okay.
Laura.
22.
Okay, Mert.
24.
All right, Zareth.
6.
Oh no, Ophelia.
9.
You added your perception modifier to that roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ophelia,
A 9.
a 9.
Oh, dear.
Okay. Lysander.
24.
Hey.
All right. Now Lysander and Mert tied. Who wants to defer to who?
I would like to go before Mert.
Sure, I'll defer to you.
alright.
That's fine. I don't have strong feelings. I'm
Okay.
just gonna run up there and whack them. So.
Yep.
All right.
Yes,
so
you are.
They currently have not broken out of the gate.
Great.
So we'll start off with round 1. Here we go. Lysander.
Second rank spell, Blazing Armory on Mert.
Like it.
So that gives him a
+1 striking. Whatever.
plus
I got.
1 striking flaming thing of death.
So cool.
That's 2 actions. I also will cast Protect Companion on Remy at the top of those stairs.
So that's
So that sickly green shield forms around Remy, and my eyes light up into like fire, and those runes that were normally that sickly green when I was casting runic weapon are fire emblazoned on his weapon.
That's awesome.
And so you see the runes appear, and then the sword just kind of appears in his hand, made of nothing but fire.
Yep.
super cool. Very good.
That's Urgathoa's Wrath right there, baby.
That brings us to Mert.
Okay. I'm gonna sudden charge and just run right up to the gate and just start slashing through the fence. to try to,
motherfucker!
yeah, just take as many arms and limbs off as I can before they bust through this thing.
This thing's gonna grab you by the face and be like, "Brr, oh,
Oh boy.
I got murdered."
Just give me 1 second.
You're fine.
Okay, so you're going up to the big dude.
Whoever
Right
is
in the front
closest,
door.
I'm just gonna start swinging on.
Sun
love
charge to there.
I
Yep.
love it.
All right, I'm going to grant him cover from the
That's fine.
cell.
It's a 24.
Yes.
24 is just a hit.
So what? It's still a hit.
I mean, yeah.
Still hit him.
This is still damage in the cage. We're winning.
Ooh, I like that.
Let's go.
24 points of damage.
Yes.
24
That's
points
now that's
of
fire
damage.
damage. No, because of this the spell, not slashing,
Yeah,
right?
it's not slashing. So 24 total damage.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll swing again.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
22.
22 will hit,
Yes.
even with the cover.
Go, Mark, go.
Go, Mert.
Yeah,
Go.
I'm working on it. 17 more points of damage.
17 points of damage. Okay. Ooh, that is a big.
Yeah, it's a juicy round.
That's a
for
good
that.
start.
So you have definitely put a hurtin'
From the Merton.
on, yeah, from the Merton on the zombie. That's all 3.
Merton was my father. I'm just Merton.
That's Mr. Nellis to you.
Yeah, that's all 3.
Okay,
Mr. Nellis to you.
Laura.
Okay.
Here we go. Yes.
And you can see that juicy artwork of those zombie brutes up on the feed now.
Love that.
Alara is going to cast Phantasmal Minion,
Oh, okay.
and she will cast it. I'm going to cast it so that I summon it because I should be within. I mean, I'm 60 feet from them, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if we did some Pythagoras up there,
Okay.
I would say
I
that
thought
you,
for sure
you
I was
have
safe
a.
then.
But you don't really have an open square to put it in the cage.
Oh, okay. mean,
It
it's-
is currently full,
Okay.
which is odd because you don't remember it being so full last
Oh
time.
no. That's bullshit. That's not good.
Welcome to the guys we killed earlier.
Yeah, I think we found where they went.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
does one of them have a scythe?
Yeah, that's some
Oh
shit.
no! It's gonna be a zombie close.
Oh my god!
No!
Hey, Bert, we found your
Man,
scythe.
what a great You should be the GM.
Oh.
You have such murderous ideas.
One of those zombie brutes with a +1 scythe would be horrendous.
Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be bad
You
news.
do have murderous.
Well, I
And
mean,
they
I
have time
guess.
to put a striking rune on it too.
Oh no.
Okay, so what does Alara do?
Well, I mean, I guess.
run away.
I mean, because there's nothing. Because I'm probably not 30. I'm probably not 30 feet.
Yeah, are we 30 feet?
No, because with a diagonal, this is 10. This is 5, 15, 20, 30 to here.
Yeah.
To the front of the gate, and then you also are 10 feet up. So if you do some quick Pythagoras, you are outside of 30 for sure.
Well, I guess noticing that there is no place to that the cell is overflowing, then I will just delay.
Yeah.
It's overflowing.
Just delay. All right, so I'm going to roll you into the delay column, and that brings us to the brutes. Okay.
I don't like that.
So they have been yanking on this gate for some time, and based on the adventure, the rule is to open this gate, I need to succeed at a certain athletics check.
Sure.
So when Mert walks up there, the first thing this thing does is rip open the gate
Oh no.
Oh no.
with a 38
Oh
athletics
my
check.
Oh dear.
Almost.
So I'm just curious. What's the number you needed?
Lower than 38.
A 38.
Yeah.
Jeez, oh Pete.
That's
Yeah, he
not
needed a
good.
7 to open the gate.
No, it was a significant.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sure it
significant
was.
gate.
Is
but,
that why they couldn't open it earlier?
Yeah, that's why they've had some time.
gotcha.
But once I got these
New
He
dice.
loosened it up the first 2 times we came in.
Yeah.
That's right. That's insane.
yeah,
terrible.
it has been worked, for its second action, it is going to
Yeah.
Hit you with the gate?
Lay down the
bash
hurt
you with a fist.
with his fist of his other arm.
His fist or his fist?
Does a 15 hit you? Okay.
Wow.
This one
Wow.
over here can move through his allies. That's a speed. What is their speed? Okay. that's not
6.
I agree.
bad. So it's going to take all of its actions to move out of the gate. It has to squeeze through that open gate past you, and you see this thing like just over you,
Yeah.
step past you and into this chamber. That's all of its actions.
Red alert! Red alert!
Now it's the shamblers.
Do they bite?
They might.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. After these messages.
Oh gosh.
We'll be right back. Okay. 25. Okay. 10. So this one will go through its ally here into this square.
Yep.
It'll have to go into this square. And that's just enough to get there and try to hit Mert with a 20.
Gets me.
6 points of bludgeoning damage as it just kind of thuds into you with its meaty, rotten hand.
No worries.
All right, all the rest of these guys are going to have to just filter through. And you may notice
What do I notice?
that they are not sticking together.
Oh, they're not
Not a
trooping.
troop. Oh no.
Well, we
mean,
thought.
It's not necessarily bad. It's not
Sure.
necessarily good either.
Yeah.
So they just come boiling out into the room here. And now the room is just filled with zombies all around.
Okay.
We have one more that is capable of making a strike because everything else
Sure.
took their full actions to get that far into the room. That's going to miss Mert.
Love it.
Okay.
Ophelia.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Grim Tendrils. This one that's closest to me, and then whatever in a line that I can get, 30 foot.
Boom.
Okay, so from here, if you're going to do a line of 30 feet, I would say you can get this guy, and this guy.
That's fine.
Okay?
That's better than nothing.
Yeah, because if you angle your line like 10, 10, and 10, like if you shoot it from this corner, you can go 10, 10, 10. So we'll do these two in the sky. Grim Tendrils.
Yes.
Yep, they have to make a fortitude save.
Oh, that's good. All right, here we go. Fortitude. We'll start with what color is this? Yeah, we'll just okay. Okay. We got a 20. We got an 11, and we've got a 14.
The 20 passes.
Okay.
Barely.
So he'll pass. And then these two guys will take 4. What you got?
Okay, they're only gonna take 2.
If they fail?
If they fail, yes. And 1 persistent bleed. Oh no, they're not living, so never mind.
Yeah. Yep, they are immune to bleeding effects.
Yeah, they only took 2.
Boo.
I didn't roll
Okay.
so well.
All right, that'll be a rocky blue.
And
rocky
1
green.
for the guy who
Passed.
passed.
Okay, well. Okay, well, damage is damage. Right?
It should have been better.
Always look on the bright side. Did you roll ones, like all ones?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that's 2 actions though.
I'm gonna pull the returning star knife.
Ooh.
Okay,
Good choice.
sounds good. Zareth.
Okay, I'm gonna step 5 feet diagonally right in front of that one.
Okay.
Take a swing.
Got it.
22 to hit.
22 is a critical hit.
Yes.
So you
Yay.
can double your damage and get your deadly on this guy.
So I do the damage, then double it.
Yep.
And then an extra for your deadly.
19 points of damage.
Yeah.
19 points of damage.
Love that. So good.
Okay. Yeah, you thunk that machete down and it like just kind of sticks in his chest for a little bit, and his neck is almost like it's hanging by like just a tendon. And it's like, "Ugh." Still there though.
Love
Very
it.
cool.
Love it.
Another hit.
Okay. Well, you hope.
13.
Oh man, 13's a hit,
Whoa.
and you can go ahead and dispatch your foe.
Yes.
That's 4 points of damage. I just,
Soft target.
slice off the rest of that connective tissue that was holding the rest of his head
Yep.
on.
And off that head thuds, and the body just collapses onto the floor. Okay, that was all 3. That brings us to round 2. Lysander, let's do one more round.
Love it. I'm going to spell rank 2, Blazing Armory, on Zareth.
Ooh, okay, so your sword will now turn into
So
flames.
excited to use that. This
I
is
love this. It does last 5 minutes.
Okay.
Noted.
So that's 2 actions.
It is 2 actions.
Okay.
I then will cast. Boy, I don't want any of that in my face, so. Nope. I will cast. I'll keep Protect Companion up on Remy.
Okay.
Sure.
Is Remy going to do anything?
He is not.
Oh, you have to
going to-
command him first.
Correct. He's
All right.
he's staying, at the top of that stairs,
Just kind of.
and he has his little sickly green shield.
Okay, very cool. Mert.
The one that I injured that's still inside the cage, I'm just gonna keep working on him. Kind of thinking if I can take him down, or take down the big guys, then the rest will be easy.
Yep.
So I'm gonna keep
Alrighty.
swinging on him.
Sure.
It's a 1. I'm gonna toss my skull bone.
There you go.
Okay.
Because
that's a good call.
I want to keep the flow going. We got to keep
Yeah,
hitting
let's
them
go.
hard.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna switch die just to be
Okay.
just to be safe.
Statistically, it's
Yeah.
independent of
I,
each round.
Mert would be the first to tell you that.
Yeah.
Okay, 26.
26. Oh,
He doesn't have that
boy.
cover anymore.
Oh boy.
Rip the door off.
That's a critical hit.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
Good night for him.
Maybe. Maybe.
Heck yeah.
How about 46 points. of damage.
Okay, I will see your 46 damage,
Okay.
and then I will invite you to dispatch your foe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay,
I mean-
okay.
I'm just only 2-3 feet tall, right? So basically just hacking at his legs. Maybe just sweep one out from under him and he collapses, basically.
Okay,
Yep.
That's
Old
amazing.
AT-AT action.
very cool.
Yeah, I run around in circles with wire.
Yeah.
And then-
That is, that's 3 action activity to do that.
Circle your
And
AT-AT.
where's your harpoon gunner?
Yeah.
That's
Oh
right.
god.
Okay,
I was trying to take a drink over. Watch.
Mert,
Okay.
second action.
Seeing him go down,
He took his grappling hook up to the bottom. Lightsaber.
I'll then turn to some of these other zombies next to me and just try
Yeah.
to work on them, clear the crowd a
Well,
little.
can we want to start here?
Yeah, the one that's great.
Okay.
So that's,
Rocky Brown.
That's a 13.
13 hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, near max almost. 25 points of damage.
Wow, you can dispatch that. Foe.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. Now I'll tell you what. I'll swing one more time on these last
Get it.
guys and just keep
Get
going
it.
to town on one of these other shamblers.
Okay, this is gonna be minus 10.
Okay. 19.
With a minus 10.
Yeah.
19 on the die.
Let's go.
All right, I'll take it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Not so good on the roll though.
That's okay.
17 points of damage.
Crunch. Come
17 points of damage, and you can dispatch.
Yes.
that foe.
Ooh.
Go, Mark,
Triple
go.
kill in one round.
You're on a
Wow.
roll.
I need like the triple kill.
Triple kill. He's heating up. He's on fire.
Kill apocalypse.
All right, let's not.
Finish him. And him. And him.
Fire here. Okay, that was a stellar round by Mert.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we pay him as much as we do.
You're really turning things around from, dying every week.
He's a work in progress, okay?
I took over the dying for him, and now he's just
That's right.
swinging for the fences.
Hey.
Wow. Okay, so this group of zombies that came boiling out of this cage has now been reduced in number by half, and it is Alara's turn. You've delayed all the way around to your turn.
All right.
Are they
I'm
scared?
going to. Okay,
You're
we're
not
gonna get to
scared.
do some.
Be immune to mental.
You're gonna get to do some distance math here, but
Okay.
I'm looking for a 10-foot area, 30 feet from where I'm at, that I can get the most zombies.
Okay. 30
Without
feet from where you
getting
are.
the ally.
So 5 to 15, 20. So you could put it at any intersection surrounding these guys if you want to hit the big guy. And what is the diameter of this burst?
10 feet.
10 feet? Okay. Man, you could put it here.
Yeah. Get all
And
those
this would
little
get
guys.
Get all-
all of these guys and him because he
Yeah.
is in this square as well.
Perfect. I like that.
She loves that for us.
I like that. So Alara's gonna cast a noise blast.
Oh,
Yeah.
And so this is gonna be which sounds like musical laughter.
Oh.
And it's gonna kind of
Freaky.
just come straight down. Like
Yes.
it starts at the top and just slams down on them.
Like it's raining on them.
Yes. And
That's
then they
so
can
It's a laugh
and then
bomb.
they get a fortitude save.
Yeah. Okay. So this is just pure sonic damage. So this does not trigger any of their immunities or anything. So fortitude saves. All right. Back to the monster for their fortitude. Okay. These guys are. Okay. So that's a 16, a 17, and an 11 for the little guys.
Crunch, crunch, and crunch.
And I think those are all fails. I think your
Yes.
DC is 18.
Those are all fails.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
that's
And
correct.
it's still fortitude, right? Fortitude.
Yep.
Okay. If it's anything, these big hulking zombies are good at is fortitude.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be
Natural 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes it 11. That makes it a critical failure
Yeah.
for the big
Beautiful.
zombie.
Yeah.
oh, for the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, so at a failure, it's going to be full damage and then deafen for 1 round. At a critical failure, it's double damage and deafened for 1 minute and stunned 1.
Ooh.
Nice. That's mean on a
Okay.
zombie.
So I
Yeah,
guess
I know
if
we
I-
got
That is
one.
very mean.
what is it?
All right, so
2d10
stunned
for
one.
damage. Okay.
Yeah, 2d10 for
Okay.
damage. So these all get the full regular damage.
Yeah.
9 and
Ooh.
10. 19.
Yes.
Whoa.
No way.
Yes.
Yes.
Holy crap.
See what happens when we're
All right.
playing?
Shred it.
That's
Yes.
I'm going to
amazing.
give it to you because that was super cool.
Yeah.
And then this one is going to take double damage.
Yes.
Right? So this on 2d10, you got a 19.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, no,
You need to
I've
go hit
never
the
rolled like
slots or
this.
something.
So.
So he's going to take twice 19,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
38 damage to this guy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And he's deafened and stunned.
Deafened for 1 minute
Yeah.
and
and
stunned.
stunned 1.
Love it.
Okay.
That's almost 100 damage.
Yeah.
Terrible. Terrible.
insane.
Terrible.
I like this spell.
Yeah. That's
Well, I
real
like
good.
when I like this
that's
dice
really
right
cool.
now too.
That's
so-
real
I
good.
don't.
This is real good.
So that was 2 actions. What do you want to do for your first action?
Jumping jacks. Who cares?
You know,
Just
you
like
know
that.
what?
Like, go get 'em.
Just for fun, we'll
Just for funsies.
everyone. Well, let's see. Let's just do a courageous anthem
love
all
it.
around.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just gloating. You like
Guys,
that?
we got this.
Patrick's thinking they
That's
need
what-
hero
that
points for the GM.
That brings us to our stunned brute's turn, who only gets 1 action,
Hit Merc.
and that's all he's got, really.
That's fine.
Okay.
Smack it over.
Holy cow! This is not how I expected this to go.
No
at
kidding.
all.
Well, neither
That's
did
not
I.
how we
so.
expected it to go either.
Yeah, dude.
Patrick, so
That's a 19 to hit.
That's a miss.
Good job.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay, so that ends his turn. All the shamblers are dead, and it's Ophelia's turn.
okay. Well, I'm gonna try
Face palm.
this. Well, the problem is
You got
is
the
that
dagger, too.
He's more than 30 feet away from
Oh,
me.
okay,
correct?
fair.
Let's see here. So if you want to hit this square, I think this square would be within 30, I think. Let's see here. So now that he's kind of moved out here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. So this square is within 30. Well, it's 30 away, but you're 10 feet up. Yeah, I think he's just out. I think
Yeah.
her intersection was good, but I think he's just out.
Yeah, I think so too.
Now, if you jump down off of the thing and take 5 points of damage,
Break your leg.
You throw the dagger at like a -8 or something.
is the range, is the range on the dagger 30?
It's 10 feet.
10. Ooh.
That's no good.
Yeah, the range of the dagger is 20 feet. It's 20 feet.
Oh, 20? Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the
Star knife. That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
It's not a
Star
dagger.
knife.
Dagger.
Yep, yep.
And all of my spells are 30 feet.
Well, in that case, you could do it and just take 1 range.
It'd just be
increment.
-1. Yeah, and you have courageous anthem that is kind of washing that out anyway.
Sure.
I can do what? I'm sorry.
You could throw the dagger and just take a range penalty because it's 1 increment out of the range.
Sure.
So it'd be -1, but your courageous anthem
Gives you that
overrides that
one.
one, so it's just it's even.
Yeah, but we're also talking about like I'm also swinging on a 30, but whatever.
Okay,
let's
well,
do
I mean,
it.
it's better that
Let's
than
see.
wasting spells, right? This,
Sure.
not that I'm trying to play your guys's. I don't want you to win.
That's a no.
He's trying to last another round.
Okay, so at the start of your round, that will fly back into your hand. Okay, so that's 1 action to do that.
I don't really have anything.
be
Everything
up
is
next.
30 feet, except for a spell that's 100 feet. But
Don't
I'm
die.
gonna save that.
Seems wise.
Fuck it, I delay.
Okay, so you've taken an action, so delay, you can ready an action. You could spend 2 actions to ready an action to shoot a,
Okay,
shoot a
he's
1
the
action
only
spell.
one left.
He is.
I'm gonna move to the ladder,
Okay,
and I will take my 3rd action to climb down.
okay.
Sure.
We'll put you down there at
Ace.
so you have to make a climb check to start climbing down the ladder. Let's see.
Okay.
You got it. Start roll 1.
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
Okay. Well, you fall down the ladder and take 5 points of damage.
see what happens
I
when
might as well have
we don't follow the plan.
Okay, Zareth.
All right, I'm gonna stride up and strike.
Ain't messing around. Okay.
That is a 13. to
Now,
hit.
did you want to stride up into a flanking position?
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds like
Seems
a
wise.
fantastic idea.
He's now off guard.
So the flanking bonus is at plus.
So it just my AC is affected.
Okay.
Yep, so you just roll your attack like normal. He's
So-
just off guard.
13 to hit.
A 13 to hit. Boom, 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 boom. He's off guard. That's a hit.
Whoa,
Don't forget
no
the plus
way.
1.
All right,
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
and it's with that. I mean, my machete's got those runes, and
Yep.
it's flaming.
It's on fire.
I take a swing. 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Okay. He's still hanging on.
I'll do another swing.
He's like just now yelling at both of you like, "Ah, ah," as
Spittle
you're
everywhere.
just hacking him to bits.
23 to hit.
23 because he's off guard is a critical hit.
Woohoo!
Don't forget your +1 on your Greatest Anthem damage as well.
Got it, yeah. 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage, and sir, you may dispatch your foe.
Heck yes.
Boom.
I don't think that could have gone better.
Yeah, I just...
Oh,
I don't
that's
imagine I
insane.
could reach its head, but I just slashed, like, deep across its torso.
Okay, and just this massive
Open its guts up even
guts
more.
just plop out and tumble to the floor in a heap around his feet, giving off a little bit of steam as it just thuds to the ground. And we'll see what you guys do with all
Yeah.
these dead bodies and stuff after the break.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I gotta say, that could not have gone any better at all.
That was insane.
Tune in next week where Patrick pushes our face in because he's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that went swimmingly.
I mean, you did almost 100.
You're not
I did
allowed to
almost 100.
fraticize.
Dude,
You
it
did
was
like
nuts.
60, like in a round or two.
You guys aren't
Crazy.
allowed to strategize anymore. You
The
got 5
dice,
seconds.
the dice certainly tell a story
You're
here.
telling it.
How many rounds was that? Two?
That was the bottom of 2.
Wow.
2 rounds to wipe
That's-
them out.
That's real good.
And you notice that a lot of them have that white face paint, the dyed hair, but a couple of them look like those dudes that were bonking you in the head with mugs in the bar.
Oh,
Oh,
so
what a-
somebody's still making zombies
What a
here.
bitch.
That was the most clutch use of like a spell. Like the effect was insane.
Yeah, so
I
good.
mean, rolling a 1 on the save was,
Oh yeah. Not much you can do about that.
Very-
So during the break, I'm going to run to the store and get some new dice.
Yeah. Good call.
You can use mine.
So
This one
everybody,
rolled a 1 for me.
that's I'll
you
I'll
like to-
pass. So everybody, hang out for just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to hang out and kind of look at chat if there's any questions or anything you want to talk about. I'm going to kind of run through some announcements and things, and then as the cast filters back, I'll take my break, and then we'll get right back to it. So don't go anywhere. So I'm not seeing any questions so far in the chat.
No, just like a few people watching. New people.
Great. Welcome, new folks. If you have not already, please hit that follow button for notifications when we go live. If you're watching on YouTube over there, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Neither one of those costs you anything, but it helps us tremendously, helping us get this content out to more and more and more people. We want as many people as we can to see the tomfoolery we get into here at Elite Encounters. Not only a Monday night at 6:30 Eastern, but on Tuesday at 6 o'clock Eastern, we have our Soul Severed campaign, which is a homebrew campaign set in the world of Iodry. It's a whole different GM, so they won't be fucking up as much as I do. And it's a great time over there. It's definitely a very interesting campaign as they are still going about collecting their icons of ascendancy as they worked to end a war between deities.
Somebody stole mine.
Somebody stole your icon of ascendancy?
Yes.
That is terrible. How'd you let that happen?
You should keep a hold of it better.
Yeah.
Somebody is douchebag.
Hmm.
Don't worry.
So,
There's a flaming sun elf chasing them with a scimitar.
Have a feeling that they are on a hit list for sure.
Which is
okay.
bad if you're on Sunshine's
somebody
hit
reached
list.
into her cleavage and took it without her noticing.
What? That is an
Stealth
expert
rolls.
thief. Wow. Okay. You guys with the cleavage.
Guess
Okay.
what? We have almost a little over a week before PopCon.
That's right. So, do you want to go ahead and talk to them about PopCon?
Yeah, sure. No. We're going to be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to be doing bar fights for bonding, which is going to be fun.
Bar Fights for Bonding is a kinesthetic game, which for those who don't know what that means, I actually learned this at last PopCon. I'm like, what the hell's that? And it lays like you move around. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
So it's a game you move around. It's a simplified system for moving around, so it's easy to pick up and play. It takes about 3 or 4 minutes to learn. There are 4 different characters. There's 2 fighter classes, or 2 melee, and then 2 range classes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We're gonna play and give out some awesome prizes and things like that. I don't know what's been approved or not.
Tell them what
It has
they've
been
won.
approved.
Oh, so
It has been approved. The winners of the games are going to be invited back to play in an last game.
A
and
championship round, if you
yeah,
will.
a championship round for a chance to win a badge for next year's PopCon.
Yeah.
Yep, 3-day.
Yep.
Badge.
Yeah, a free badge. And we're in
Yeah.
room 134, if I'm not mistaken, which is in that concourse hallway leading into the convention center.
It's
So
a free area.
it's free to come into those doors there and free to come down that concourse area. The only time you actually need an actual badge is to get into the vendor hall and to see the voice actors, the authors, the artists, the local creators
The
and
dice.
merchants.
Yeah.
Lots of dice. Yeah, so yeah, you could come by and see us for free and hang out with us all day. That's fine. But we'd really like you to support the PopCon. It's a local convention that is promoting and supporting local Indiana artists, and they are bringing in nationally recognized, like I said, voice actors, other pop culture celebrities for meet and greets and autographs and photographs and the things you would expect at one of these types of cons. But a lot of the creators there are local.
Yeah.
One of the guys I noticed there was a comic book artist who I believe is local, is promoting his
Oh, great.
locally produced comic books. So definitely come and check it out. You'll need a badge to get into that vendor area and see all the really cool stuff, but you won't need a badge to come in and see us at room 134, play bar fights for bonding, get to the elimination round, win the championship, win a badge for next year, and then you can come see us next year and go to the thing.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Or just
So-
come out and talk Pathfinder too. If you don't want to play,
100%.
just
Yeah.
come hang.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
stop by, hang out, talk, chat, ask questions.
And we'll have all of our gear there for recording if we get an itch and want
Yes.
to
Oh, sweet.
want to record some stuff down. So there's tons of opportunities for you to come and check out and see exactly what it takes to produce this
A
shindig.
little behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So all you tech guys out there that
Convention
are
center.
interested in more lights, camera, sound, all the production stuff that is way over my head.
Yes.
all I know is that there's
Overwatch.
there's just shit everywhere here.
That's because we're not good at cable management.
No, I'm just saying, we have what people don't see
Yeah.
to bring you, the fun we're having at the table is we have several lights rigged up. We have all kinds of sound equipment. We have all kinds of camera equipment. We have the top down. We have the table cams. We have the battle cams. And this is all rigged up in our studio to bring you what you see here on Twitch or YouTube. And there's a lot of cool stuff that goes on behind the scenes that our tech crew, Overwatch and TJ, affectionately known as Jinx, are helping us out with, and we got to give them a shout out.
For sure.
Because without them, none of this, I wouldn't know what the fuck I was doing. I couldn't do this.
You're here
So,
for the game.
What we're doing.
yeah, and I don't even know how to do that. So that being said, I'm gonna go take my break, and hopefully my brain will kind of recenter, and I'll do a little better when we come back to the Crooked Coffin Brewery and the push into what lies beyond.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You go take your break.
Sure.
Yeah, just, it'll be quick.
Yeah.
Talking about doing better, I don't think we could have.
Oh,
with that
dude,
encounter.
I'm telling you. And just for the record, your guys' weapons are still on fire. That lasts 5 minutes. So
We put it off and put it off 2 times before we came in here, and then we just got through and just blast them.
I don't think we would have done well. I know we wouldn't have done as well if we would have went at this the last time, because I didn't have any of my spells left.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been nearly as productive.
Yeah, I think too. We've done this multiple times where we just once we have some insight on what the encounter looks like, break it down and come up with a way to, try to counter the strength and weaknesses. And granted, this wasn't a troop like we were expecting, like we encountered in the bank.
Sure.
but it was still extremely effective the way we set ourselves up.
Yep.
I think that,
Yeah.
if we would have done this instead of like the first time around, I think Alara was closest to the cage, right?
Yeah.
That could have been very bad if that was
yeah.
when they broke through the gate the first time.
Oh yeah.
She could have been killed right there. And, I would have been up on the walkway way away from the action to be able to protect her. So
Yeah, and like myself and Remy, we were all the way back in the like storeroom, and
Right.
I would have been able to done hardly anything to be
Weren't able to
productive.
strategize at
Yeah,
all.
for sure.
So yeah, when there's these kind of, somewhat rare scenarios where we get to, get a glimpse of what we're coming up against and plan accordingly, like it's major benefit for us to regroup and get a plan of attack going for sure.
You just whack, whack.
Oh, dude.
We got some lucky rolls, that's for sure. And the hero point to save my fumble was
Yeah.
massive
Oh
too.
yeah.
Yes, you in the back.
Yes. So I know you've mentioned troop, and I was kind of under the weather
You're fine.
on Tuesday.
Hey, Jinx, turn his mic on.
Yeah, turn it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we
I don't
go.
want to.
Oh, there we go. You got
Yeah,
it.
well, it just sounds weird
Yeah.
otherwise, versus weird and proper. Anyway, so we had, you've mentioned a troop.
Yeah.
Can you reiterate for the folks at home who may not know what a troop is?
Absolutely.
To me, from what I understand, it sounds like it's a swarm, but bigger, effectively.
Yeah, it's
Or like a-
basically
Yeah.
medium creatures or larger, maybe small, I guess might be included as well, but they act as a swarm would, where they have to move contiguously, but they use their movement, and they
Together.
can kind of reform, right? They can like smush together and create a line, or smush out to change their kind of shape to fit through obstacles.
They
Okay.
move as one.
Yeah, but a lot of them do like a swarm does, where if you start your turn in that space, you take that damage automatically.
Got it, because there's just so many.
But
Yeah.
each one does
Right.
damage.
I don't think
that?
individually, it's
Yeah.
just you take this damage.
Usually
as if
it's
all these things.
usually it's like
clobbering
a
you.
flat damage. Like if
Yeah.
you're in the reach of the thing, or like how many things are surrounding
Yep.
you, that number goes up and down based on
How many
Yeah.
are surrounding you?
the
That's what it
detrimental
is.
effect.
Speaking of that too, I mean, coming the end of this summer, we have Battlecry coming from Paizo, which is going to go into a ton of detail in terms of what large-scale combat
Yep.
can be pulled off in this system. I think that's a great upcoming release that's going to give a lot more detail on how to run troops, armies, things like that, in large scale.
And lots of love for your martial classes in that
Big time.
in
Is-
that book as well.
Is that going to expand on like 1E's Kingmaker and like the war, like that type of scenario? Like, hey, we
I have
have
no
a
idea.
whole advancing army.
There
type
might be some
thing.
people that have gotten some early copies that have a better idea than I do, but
Okay.
I've heard good things, and I'm excited for the classes coming too. The Guardian and the what's the other one?
Is it
Guardian
Commander?
and Commander. Thank you. Yes, very very interesting tactical.
I've heard some cool stuff about the commander. It's like, hey, it's like we're gonna buff everything.
Oh yeah, it's a battlefield general for sure.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back.
Yes, thank you.
Intelligence-based.
And those are all very cool classes, but we have some very cool classes right here at the table.
We
Let's
certainly
get
do.
Right back to it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to. I'm so embarrassed by that last combat. I just want to get this over with.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you guys do now that you have hacked down these zombies and yeah?
Well, the gate's open. Let's go through there.
I think
Sorry.
I'm feeling emboldened by this. I mean, I definitely noticed the additional power in my weapon as I was swinging away, and I'd like to utilize it as much as I can. So I'd like to press forward.
let's keep trucking
Okay,
it.
so
And
you
I've
guys spend about 5 minutes talking about your
No,
weapons.
No.
And
No.
so Ophelia mentioned just going through the gate. Is that
Yeah, I'm good with that.
which, if you notice, very smart because it completely bypasses
It sure-
this moldy
It sure does.
vat.
Yeah.
So I won't get to have any
He
fun
said
there.
he saw a gate back
Oh, I
there.
so
So
wanted to
Okay,
fight more
so-
remains.
Okay, we could set that up. So you come back to this gate now.
let us think about it for a little bit, and we'll get back to you.
I don't want to think about anything.
Yeah, I'm
for-
not thinking about nothing. It's
No time
all
passing.
gas, no brakes.
Okay,
right.
so you come to the gate here, this hallway. You remember, like, looking down here, there is a door over here, and down here it kind of opens up into the darkness. You open up this gate, and I'll reveal what you see here.
Yeah, let's go.
Yep. Yeah, because I've been targeted by this spell before. I kind of have an idea of how long it lasts.
Yeah.
I want to make full use of it.
So we'll just we'll move things as we need to.
Sure.
Because I'm going to describe what you move into here. Scraps of flesh and torn cloth litter the stone floor of this room. The room's west wall has a sturdy wooden door. A large sheet stained with blood and pus covers a bulky object in the northwest corner. And everybody just on the edge of hearing can hear like this faint, like prolonged screaming sound, like coming from behind that door I mentioned, like over here.
I don't like that.
It just kind of fades in and out, and it seems like it's multiple voices, just kind of.
Kind of sounds like some of the stuff she's throwing down.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Or sometimes when he goes into his
Yeah, when
angry mode.
he's yeah.
But that's what you see right now, is this door. You do have the moldy hallway down here with another door behind you, but that is essentially it. What do you do?
Stab it.
Press through the door.
Press through the door, I think.
Let's go. No.
Stab the pussy sheet.
Yeah, the lump there in the corner.
I know what you said, and I know what I heard, and they're not the same.
All right, it's a bloody sheet.
Covered with.
With what shall you stab it, dear Liza? Dear Liza.
Oh my god.
So
Hashtag demonetized. All right, well.
I'll take my machete, and I do want to move up to the lump in the corner and kind of.
Okay.
There's it's covered with a sheet.
flaming.
That's
Yeah,
that's not
like
me.
a big, like almost like
That's
a tarp or something.
That was Mert.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
We know what you mean.
I wanted Mert to die, but it's fine.
But you'll be the sacrificial lamb.
It's all in our imagination,
That's right.
right? Nothing's happening yet.
This isn't competitive.
So not yet.
Hey, you moved
After
it on
that
the
last
board.
battle, it is now.
It's on.
So you stab your machete into this, and it feels kind of very similar to when in Piscahi's lab, when you stabbed into that pile of sacks and kind of stabbed into that flesh. It feels like flesh with a little too much give to it. But this is huge. Like this, it's like a massive pile under the sheet. What do you do with that?
One of those guys.
Can I lift the? I'll use the tip of my machete to lift the.
Okay, so you
The
just
sheet
kind of
off,
lift the
yeah.
sheet up, and as you slowly look in, you see a massive hand that like looks like it came off of something that was probably 30, 40 feet tall. This is a huge hand.
Oh no.
Oh,
And
no.
it is only has 3 fingers.
I don't want to fight what that came off of.
I point that out to the group. There's an enormous 3-fingered hand. Would I even know what that could come from?
Let's see. Something really big.
Really big.
Some
Or
guys.
a
this
little
was
guy
really
with
big.
massive hands.
Yeah, he's swole. He's in the gym every day.
Just doing hand curls.
Yeah. Whoa.
Ew.
He's like the.
Oh my god.
Oh, you've got some serious.
It's like
Minds
the competitive arm wrestlers. You see those guys? Their arms are just like
Yeah, it's like
comically
that.
large.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that guy.
Just like that.
Thanks
That's
for pulling
exactly
us out of the gutter.
I got you.
there,
Hey,
Mert.
I'm
That's what we're
always-
all
I'm always
thinking
down for
right
it.
there.
Okay, sure.
Okay, can we just kick this other door down and get the hell onto this?
But what is it?
I don't know. It's a big ass arm.
Do you first before we do that? Does anyone notice any traps on the door?
That's a good idea.
I don't. Yeah.
Are there any traps on
I'm
the
down
door?
to just keep flying through. But
Yeah. Let's
Who's
go.
going to check it?
Serious? Me?
Okay, let's take a look at your character sheet.
It's 9 for thievery.
I want to.
If you're checking for traps, it's not thievery.
Oh, what is it?
It is perception.
Oh. Okay, 7.
Okay, so what you do see is that the door is in fact locked,
It's locked.
You have keys.
and you think you might have a key that would fit this keyhole. However, as you're looking at it, you notice that there's a little tiny rune carved at the top of the keyhole.
Stand back.
That's what you see.
we do have a key ring though.
I know it has a rune above it.
No.
Can you disable it?
Maybe?
Part of me is like,
I can try.
I certainly can't. So
Okay, so
we have that
noting that
hand
this
up?
is like a rune on it,
Before we touch it.
it might behoove you to maybe. What is your magical tradition? Say hypothetically.
Alt?
Occultism. Okay. And you are definitely trained in occultism.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you the choice. You can look at this rune and use your knowledge of occultic magic.
Or I can read aura.
You can read aura on it, and it gives off some kind of protective. Some kind of a trap.
Okay.
Do you really want to spend the what is
Minute?
it, 1 minute to read aura?
No.
we do not.
Yeah. So you spend 4 minutes talking about
Yeah.
read aura.
No,
Right.
no.
Okay. So you know it's trapped.
It's trapped.
You know it's a rune, and it's got this. There's a sense that there is some kind of occultic magic there
Okay.
that you can either use your thievery or your occultism
Oh.
to try and disable.
They're the same.
If that is the case, I will
doesn't-
roll a die.
Okay, here we go.
Are they the same?
Yes.
They sure are. Look at that. I didn't scroll all the way down. Okay. So now, do you want me to roll the die that I rolled the saving throw for the big brute on, or do you want me to roll the other die?
Statistically, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
How? Okay. Statistically, it doesn't matter. Here we go. Okay. So that rune does not go anywhere.
What do you mean it doesn't go anywhere?
Whatever occultic process you did to try and diffuse this rune did not seem to work.
Oh.
And you notice now that the screaming behind this door has completely stopped.
Oh, well, okay.
Knows we're here.
Well, then let's just open the door and go.
But I don't know if this is gonna blow us up.
I'll stand back.
Yeah, everybody stand back.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Everybody stands back. So for 5 minutes, you
No.
all
No.
stare at the door.
I'm just
No.
gonna charge and then smash the doors as hard as I can with my.
Okay,
sword.
she's going to use the key in the
Oh,
door.
okay.
It is unlocked. Do you open the door?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No, I don't open the door.
No.
I'll raise my
Somebody
shield.
else can open the
If it's
door.
unlocked, I'll raise my shield and open the door.
Okay, Zareth opens
Nice.
the door. I will
Love that.
describe what you see inside.
Thanks.
Curtains of beaded finger bones and teeth adorn the walls of this chamber. Numerous corpses lie along the walls of the room, and another human figure slumps in an alcove to the south, imprisoned behind iron bars. An enormous iron cauldron, caked with burnt flesh, bubbles and hisses at the center of the chamber, spewing bone-white fog that roils along the floor of this room. Shapes like human faces push out from the flesh on the sides of the cauldron and open their gap-toothed mouth to let out a scream.
It is like the leftovers.
It is leftover.
So yeah, this like bubbling flesh, and every now and then a face like just appears. That's what you see.
That's
It's
horrid.
kind of like our leftovers, but not. Maybe.
What do you do with that?
It's
So-
yucky either way.
I would like to, whatever it is for searching for haunts or other traps in the room, I would like to be doing that.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks for using the key and not letting me smash the door down. I appreciate that.
Could you smash the door down?
I don't know. I was gonna try.
You know, melt into it and then.
So I can.
Yeah, you're
strike
not
things,
sure
I just
what
can't
is
interact.
going on with this thing. It's just like a cauldron of flesh.
And this is the strangest fleshy cauldron I've ever seen in my life.
It's an accurate assessment there,
Yeah.
Lysander.
Yeah.
So the door was here. You have opened the door. Who's kind of standing where? Everybody said they kind of moved
I'm
back, right?
standing in the corner.
In the corner,
The other corner.
on top of this.
Yes. No. Right
Climbed
next
up
to
there.
Zara.
I'm obviously going in the
up-
room
up
because
here.
I had to search
'Cause
for the
I
traps,
unlocked it.
and Remy is coming with me. I don't walk alone.
I stepped in.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
I
put me
don't
up
walk
next
alone.
to Zareth there as well.
I'm gonna
Okay.
stay behind
Alara?
Lysander and
I'll be in the
Sarah.
room.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so you come in the room. You're gonna come in as well behind Zareth. You said.
And Lysander. A
Oh,
little
behind
bit over
Lysander.
that way.
Okay, that's fine.
Everyone in the fireball range.
Okay.
Good.
So as you come in,
Let's go.
the cauldron, the screams get louder and louder.
Super strong muscle.
The screams increase in such intensity, and suddenly there's a torrent of fireworks going off the top
Oh.
of the cauldron. phantasmal three-fingered hands with iron claws spew from the cauldron to assail creatures.
What?
Everybody in the room now must give me a will save.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
I don't like that.
Yeah, so let's,
I'm gonna halfling luck and re-roll that.
okay.
Okay.
What did Lysander get?
I got a natural 20 for a 27.
Whoa,
Nice.
okay. Alara?
26.
Yeah.
Okay. Mert?
17.
Okay.
Ophelia?
22.
Okay.
Jeez.
And Zareth.
23.
All right.
Okay. All right.
He's
these are
like, "You're all
good.
failed."
So it is
I
a-
didn't
my
jinx it
favorite.
Yeah,
earlier
right.
when I.
Right.
Sorry,
Okay.
Marie.
So a few things are going to happen here.
Yeah, I like that I used my luck up to. I mean, it was a 10, so
Yeah.
it's an average roll.
Right. Probably
Okay.
better than like the 2 you rolled or something.
Yeah, it was a 4.
Yeah.
Lysander, you have a critical success.
Okay.
Completely unaffected. Ilara, Ophelia, Zareth. I'm sorry, Ilara and Zareth. Not Ophelia. You guys are frightened 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Mert and
Yeah.
Ophelia failed.
Wow.
Therefore, you are frightened 2, and you are off guard as long as you are frightened.
Noted.
Nobody critically failed. And with that, we'll roll some initiatives. This
do it.
is about to get
Does frightened automatically give you off guard?
so frightened.
Frightened only gives it's like a -1 for everything on your sheet.
A status penalty to values to all checks and DCs.
Checks and DCs.
Yep. And
So
at
I
the
don't
start
think
of your
that would
turn,
be attack rolls, would it?
that
No,
is
but
a
that
check.
does
That's a
include
check.
your armor class.
Yeah.
And
Basically, anything you roll and anything does a DC. Spell DC,
yeah,
armor
your
class,
spell DCs go down.
athletics DC, all of that.
Yeah. Everything.
Basically, everything is -1.
Yeah.
But for us, we're effectively -4 to AC. If we're off guard and frightened too.
Yep.
If you are frightened 2 and
I applied it. I just
yeah,
wanted to make
off guard. I didn't say flat-footed, did I?
Yeah.
No, you
Okay,
said-
because flat-footed, remember, this is a pre-master
Yeah.
AP. So
Yep.
off guard. Thank you for the correction.
Yes.
Okay, so, oh god, I'm getting a little nervous. Okay.
Yeah. Our
Uh,
different status and circumstance. So.
So we're
Yeah,
gonna-
that's
we're gonna
that's
roll-
terrible.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's
roll
terrible.
For initiatives, this is gonna get that. Ho 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 ho. Phew. Okay, Lysander.
I have a 24.
Okay, Mert.
A 27.
Wow, Lara.
10.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
with a nat 20, I have a 25.
Wow. Okay. Very nice. And Zareth.
22.
22. Now, okay. I'm going to put some things in order here. Mert is definitely going to lead us off and go first. What are you wanting to do, Mert?
These hands you described flying out of the cauldron, are they something I can attack?
They're phantasmal.
No.
So just
So
maybe
he-
attack the cauldron.
Oh, the cauldron itself with the like flesh stuck to it? Just start beating on it?
I mean, are the hands coming out? Are they occupying spaces, or are they just like?
They are starting to fill the room. They're starting to crawl all over
okay.
the floor.
Okay. Yeah, I hate that.
Yep. Yep.
But because they're phantasmal, swinging at them isn't really worthwhile, right? I mean,
Yeah, they're kind of, it's like swinging at a spell effect.
Yeah.
okay, that makes perfect sense. Thank you.
To the cauldron.
Yeah. Then I'll just run up and start beating on the cauldron, I guess, to try to destroy it.
Okay,
That'll
step
boy.
to the cauldron.
Yep,
You give it a swing.
sure do.
Go wacky whack.
Wacky whack. Don't talk back.
How about a 14?
14, maybe your blades kind of skitters along. You're so
Sure.
like the swarming hands
yeah.
everywhere. It is a miss.
Okay. Go one more swing. Yeah, step, swing, swing. 15.
Also a miss.
Wonderful turn for Mert.
It's okay.
It's not good.
Ophelia.
I am gonna cast Phase Bolt. phase bolt.
At what?
The cauldron. Fuck that thing.
Okay, so it's an object, so I'm not sure. But, okay.
What?
Go ahead. Go ahead,
He's
cast.
hitting
You
it.
may cast away.
That's not what
Yeah, it's piercing damage from this, so that should work.
Maybe.
If you hit.
Well, I rolled a 19, so
Okay.
26.
Okay, so your fails bolts pepper the bowl of the cauldron, and some of those fleshy faces are like, "Ah," screaming.
Good.
How much damage do you do?
12.
Okay. So you notice when this kind of peppers into the cauldron that it's a big metal cauldron, and it doesn't seem to really do much to it. You have one action left.
Can I roll an occultism?
Like, what is that? Like a recall knowledge?
Yeah. Like,
Sure. Okay. With that, that is a success. So you know that this, whatever is going on in this cauldron, the spirits of whatever these fleshy manifestations are haunting this cauldron. And that you will need to figure out how to disable it. What you could do, because you know that this is some kind of occultic manifestation, you can make a occultism check to ward your allies against the effect of this by basically, communicating and telling them, just an occultism check will help move to disable this hazard.
okay.
I'll let you roll it.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
It's a 25 because I rolled an
25.
18.
Okay.
Get there.
So yeah, with that you know, okay, this is some sort of haunt that's manifesting, and you start doing some kind of incantation to kind of quell the haunt. That is one thing that you can do to start quieting it. It's not over yet.
Yeah.
That brings us to the cauldron. So it's an action to do that thing. Okay. Oh boy.
So since I took that action to do that, does the party, like, this is a haunt? Can I say that, or?
Yeah, you can say those words. That's fine.
Okay.
You could speak a few words as a free action. That's fine.
I would say this is a haunt because then Lysander would know, and Alara would know that.
Sure.
Yeah. Fair enough. That brings us to the cauldron itself.
That's my favorite thing you say. When he looks at his stuff and he's, oh boy.
So this cauldron has a hazard.
I know.
A hazard routine. The spectral hand starts scurrying all over the floor.
Sure.
So that roiling bone white smoke is now just like wisping away as these hands skitter everywhere and start trying to crawl up you. Everybody in the room is going to take some mental damage,
Oh dear.
but I will need a will save against said damage. Lysander.
24.
Okay. Art.
14.
Okay. Alara.
14.
Okay. Ophelia.
13.
13. Okay. And Zareth.
10.
Okay.
Oh no.
How do you guys feel about those rolls?
Not great.
Any bones turning in yet? No?
No.
Okay.
Saving that for death.
Lysander.
Saving.
Lysander is the only save. Everybody will take full damage of this. Lysander will take half of mental damage. Okay, not bad. Everybody takes 10 points of mental damage. Lysander takes 5.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not in a good spot.
Already? Oh no. I should have patched you up.
Yeah, doesn't matter if you're living or dead.
I can't say that I'm
You
great.
did have 2 hours over there. Okay. All right.
sure.
That is the routine of the cauldron. Lysander.
She says this is a haunt,
And yeah, Ophelia, behind you, you see that this figure in this cell behind you kind of stirs as the screaming's going off, and she's like, no, no, no. There's a female figure crouched behind her in the cell.
Great.
Okay, Lysander, sorry.
She says this is a haunt, so I obviously worked with the haunt in the bank.
You did.
So I'm trying to figure out the other triggers or what could help quell this haunt. And she's obviously doing something, so I would like to...
Also do something?
Yeah, I would like to try to analyze how this thing is working, how this haunt is working.
Okay, so based off of what she gave you, you can go ahead and make an occultism check to kind of work to do some sort of ritualistic incantation or something to kind of quell this haunt.
Okay. I'm rolling occultism, correct?
Yes.
Okay. $24.
Ooh.
Okay. So the screams get even quieter. So that's the thing you can do to the haunt on your turn.
Okay.
You have 2 actions left.
Since Remy is next to me, I would like to cast... Actually, that's a lie. For 2 actions, I'm going to cast Harm and heal Valara.
Okay, good call. Okay. You may fire when ready.
May I fire when ready?
What is 2d8 plus 8?
Yep, 2d8 plus 8.
Did that heighten at all now that you're third?
Actually, I'm using it's first level, so I'm using it's 1d8
so
plus
still
8.
2d8. Okay.
No, it's 1d8.
1d8 plus 8.
Yeah.
See, I'll get it.
It's all good.
I gotta play, I think, more.
12. I'll heal you for 12.
Very
Awesome.
nice.
Thank you.
That brings us to Zareth. Zareth, Ophelia is called out. This is a haunt. There are hands, phantasmal hands, all over the place, climbing up you. It's driving you crazy.
Okay. I'm gonna move into a flanking position. You get on the other side of the cauldron.
Okay?
Is the cauldron off guard?
No.
And
This
take a
is
swing.
object.
I'm gonna swing at it.
Okay.
I love it.
17 to hit.
No, your blade just kind of clangs off that fleshy surface on the iron cauldron.
Okay. I'll just raise my shield as my third action.
Okay, very good,
Good call.
very good. Okay.
No, don't be picking things up over there.
Uh-oh.
All right, so a figure appears. This figure is a tall, lanky woman. May have been pretty at some point in her life. She is missing a finger from one of her hands.
Of course she is.
She has long talons made of iron on the fingers that remain. She's bearing a wicked-looking dagger. Oh boy.
Error.
Yeah. Okay. So she will appear over here in this kind of in the corner.
Love it.
I should also say that there are dead bodies kind of scattered all about the room, up against the wall, propped against the
Because
wall.
that'll become important.
Those are you recognize the ghoul bartender.
Yeah.
You recognize the ruffians.
Yep.
Pescahi is in here.
Our sickle.
A couple other, and maybe.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah. Probably take a perception if you're going to seek out some
No, I'm
weapons
not.
in here.
No.
And it'll take 5 minutes. So she appears because she is about to cast something offensive. Let's see here.
Okay.
All right. Zareth, you're the closest bashing away at her cauldron.
Sure am.
So she's going to cast a spell on you. So she says some horrible words you don't understand. Wave her 9 fingers. Spell casting, somatic. Illusory pain starts racking your entire body. I will need a will save.
Okay. Am I still frightened? Am I still frightened?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
And it's a 25.
A 25. Okay. That is a successful will save. I'm going to try and speak into Mike a little better as I'm trying to manage this. I need this laptop. Thank you. That'd be great. Oh boy. And of course, Archives has decided to wig out on me.
Of course.
Here we go.
Naturally.
Okay. Okay. You will take full initial damage, but no persistent bleed damage.
That's good news.
Oh,
as,
good.
Yeah, as this pain racks you for 11 points of mental damage.
Okay.
As luckily, you don't start bleeding from that.
That's impressive mental damage.
Okay. That is
Shield block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
nice try. Okay, so that is
Later on.
okay, and then
Later on.
she casts another spell, and you see this kind of like purplish field just kind of in front of her.
I know what that is.
You probably do. It's Alara's turn.
What a bitch.
All right. Alara's
That
going.
shield block you talked about.
Alora's going to do a check on the cauldron.
Okay. Like to kind of try to disable
Yes.
what's going on. Okay, so give me an occultism roll.
Let's go. Shut this shit down.
20.
Okay, so you work together, the three of you, to say your incantations or other kind of ministrations to try to quell this. And as you finish saying what you're saying, the hands just kind of skitter off into nothingness. The white smoke still fills the room, but it is no longer filled with this phantasmal hands everywhere.
Nice.
Okay.
What about
Thanks,
this
guys.
chick?
That's huge.
Traveling around with these occult masters.
You
here.
have 2 actions left.
I guess I can't get further away from things, but
We could go over to this corner.
Well, there's probably dead bodies.
There is a
Wait.
dead body.
Yeah,
laying
yeah,
against the
no,
wall there,
I'll,
like,
I'll stay where I'm at. But you know what? I will cast.
"Hey, it's safe over here."
I will cast guidance on Zareth since you're
Thank you.
Guidance on Zareth.
since
Okay.
you are over there.
That's one action.
Whew.
One more if you want to step over here. That's fine.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
No,
You'll
you're
be
too eager.
Yeah.
You're too eager.
I'm just giving you options. You'll be fine.
No, that's all.
Okay.
Stop
Fair
that
enough.
while I'm ahead.
Round 2, Mert.
I'm gonna sudden charge and just charge up against her. I'll try to slip against the wall to get in the corner to kind of line up
Make
with
it-
Zareth.
Yeah, make it easier for Zareth.
So basically, just
like over here.
yeah,
you think?
slide to the corner and then just
Oh,
a
like
lunging.
right here.
No, on the other side, the very, very corner. Yeah,
This.
yeah.
Behind
Slide in
her.
behind her and then
You
just
don't have to move in a straight line.
no sudden charge is just stride
2
twice.
strides.
Okay. You are in position.
Fire
Alright.
when ready.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Here we go.
Just kind of hit the corner with my back and then a big lunging stab with the greatsword.
Okay,
See how that goes.
Yes.
Let's go.
Oh, that is on top of my other die. That's definitely
Okay, that means it's a fumble.
Yeah, totally. It's gonna be a 24.
He says that hits with his sigh.
Please.
24 hits her.
Yes.
Even with the
Okay.
shield up. So she sees you come running and she wheels around and you just. And in the corner behind you, you see your scythe is leaned up against the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Such a benevolent
You
GM.
thief.
Not great damage, but how about 17 of fire for her?
17. Okay. Ooh. Oh, gosh. Okay.
And then I'll swing again. Oh, okay. It's 12.
12 is a miss.
And I'm no longer frightened.
Okay. That brings us to Ophelia
Yep.
That goes down, right?
Yep, at the end of your turn.
at the end of your turn.
Well, so I would no longer be frightened.
At the end of this turn.
Because I was frightened 1, he was frightened 2, right?
I don't remember. I've erased all that.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Ophelia.
Okay, I'm going to cast Phase Bolt at her.
Fine.
Oh, wait.
You move up, maybe?
I'm gonna have to move up. Yeah. I gotta be within 30 feet.
Okay, you can just move to right there and get her. If you want to be right next to the cauldron.
Sure.
Okay.
Why would you do that?
Okay, just giving her options.
Stand on top of it.
Yeah, you
Jump
want
up
to
and
get, you want to get
jump
in the
inside.
cauldron and get a cover bonus by standing in the cauldron?
Yeah, it'd be
Smart.
fun. Smart.
Smart.
Great.
Right.
Imagine the
It
incantations.
is still bubbling
Yeah.
with flesh. by
Imagine the
way.
incantations you can do from in there.
Yeah.
15.
It's unlimited focus points.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does not hit. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, that brings us to the cauldron that doesn't seem to do anything.
Double
Good news.
boiling.
Just sits there and, yeah, just kind of roiling flesh boiling inside it. The smell is
Horrendous.
awful.
Yeah. Me or the cauldron?
it's your turn. Yeah, Lysander probably does smell pretty bad too. Like, when's the last time anybody had
Great.
a bath?
She within 60 feet of me. I think she is.
Oh, dang it, yeah.
I'm going to do Whispers of Weakness.
Oh, no. Okay.
I like it.
I don't.
Yes.
So describe for me again what this does.
Sure. So
I get a save or something, don't I?
no, you do not.
Nope.
Okay.
I take the glove off my hand and I kind of point at her, and you see like a premonition, or like a not a premonition, like a spirit kind of leaving my body, and her spirit kind of leaving her body, and they kind of meet. And as I am essentially examining her with my occult knowledge and her my spirit reading her spirit, I get to know if she has any weaknesses, and I know what her lowest saving throw modifier is. I also come to understand its movements, and I gain a +2 status bonus on my next attack roll if against that foe before the end of my turn, and then she's temporarily immune for a day. So I learn her weakness if she has any, and I get her lowest save, and I get a +2 to hit her.
Okay. So she doesn't seem to exhibit any weaknesses. As you're looking at her, she's just like a gangly woman.
Sure.
Youngish, missing one of her fingers. But because of that kind of awkward gangliness, she is likely not very good with any kind of reflexes.
Sure. I love that for her.
Yeah.
I don't for me, but I love that for her. So that will make me curse bound 1. And so you see all the fleshy bits of my arm that I took the glove off of kind of extrapolate and kind of run down the side of his body. Yeah, it's very disgusting. And then with my 2 actions I have left, I will... what do I want to do there? Yeah. I'm going to cast needle darts at her.
Okay.
Using my +2 to hit her.
Sure.
That is a 24.
Sure, that hits. She just gets peppered with these little metal darts.
So he reaches up onto his cloak and he grabs a metal ring and he yanks it off of his cloak and crushes it in his hand, and like shrapnel just flies out of his gloved hand. "13 points of damage."
Okay.
And that's my turn. And I will relay very simply, she's not very agile. Her spirit sells her secrets like a cheap hooker in the night.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
But she reels at you. Stay out of my mind. Zareth.
Battle medicine on myself.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're at that point.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So, yeah, that you will heal Yeah, the 2d8.
Okay.
You're not expert yet.
And then I'm going to do my defensive advance. So I raise my shield. I turn to her, raise my shield, stride forward,
And if you get to her, you get to hit her.
and then take a
You're at
swing.
her. Okay, she's off guard. Oh boy.
15 to hit.
15 does not get her. That brings us to
Would have
her.
been so cool.
It would have.
Okay, so I've got 2 people that have hurt me so far. She wheels on Mert.
Bring it on.
And she, the more you hurt me, the more you hurt yourself. And she like kind of points at your head. And you feel like the stabbing pain into your brains.
No, thank you.
My brain.
So, this is a hex,
Mm.
and yeah, nothing immediately happens. You just feel like this kind of piercing, almost like a brain freeze, but like a spike of pain.
Sure.
Like her claws have dug into your brain
Yeah.
itself.
Is there any save I get to make against that, or it just
Not yet.
happens? Ugh.
When you hurt me, I hurt you,
Noted.
and then she will stab at you with a dagger. Here we go.
Here we go.
That is a 28.
It is not a crit, but it is a hit.
It's so rude.
All right, so this dagger pierces into your ectoplasmic form, doing, max damage. 14 points of piercing damage as she
okay.
stabs down into you. And then she will move away out of this position to this corner. Elara.
Okay, I'm gonna get within 30 feet, but I don't think I could. I was like, can I still stay kind of a...
You can step to right there and be within 30 feet
Oh,
of her.
perfect. All right. And then I'm gonna cast Biting Words.
Okay.
I love it.
I do get a will save, yes?
No, it's an attack roll.
Oh, that's right.
Come on.
You and your poopy spells.
Let's
They're so cool, though.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these spells that are going off are very fun.
26.
26 hits.
All right.
So your biting words bite into me.
Yes.
And
she's
what
gonna be
kind of
like-
damage am I taking?
She's gonna say, "Hey, bitch, go get a manicure." And then it's what, 2?
I paid 20 gold for these nails.
Barf. I mean, just is it heightened that it's I'm in level 2, or is it only if I cast it as a level 2?
If you're
If it's a focus
it's a-
spell or cantrip, it heightens
focus
automatically.
spell or cantrip, it'll heighten automatically.
Okay, got it.
But it's not, so
Right, it's not.
you prepared it as a first level slot,
Correct,
right?
I did.
Yeah.
So it's just the first level damage.
That's what I thought, but I wanted to double check.
Yep.
Yep, good
Don't
call.
want to cheat myself by anything. 5.
Okay. We'll call them like gnawing words or
Nibbling-
gumming words.
nibbling.
Nibbling words. I like that. Nibbling words.
Wasn't very
Nibbling
nice.
Nibbling words. Okay, so move up, cast that. It is now round 3. Mert.
Okay. I'm going to. God, this is really probably dumb. I'm going to free action drop the greatsword,
Oh, okay.
grab the scythe off the wall,
Okay, that's 1.
and then I'll move up to her. Basically, just say, "You're not going anywhere," and I will trip with the scythe.
Ooh.
No. That's against my reflex DC.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Oh.
There we go.
Very cool.
And you already know.
21.
21 just gets her. She
Okay.
trips.
Ooh. There you go.
Thanks for the call out.
I got you.
Ophelia. Okay, so she is prone.
Oh, she's prone.
She is prone.
What you got, Ophelia?
gonna cast Phase Bolt at her again.
Okay. So she's technically off guard because she's laying on the ground.
Right.
$25.
25 is going to get her. Man, these cantrips are just beefy.
Yeah.
8.
8 points of damage as she's laying there on the ground. She gets just
Yes.
peppered with these
And it's piercing.
phase bolts. Okay, that's 2 actions. What do you want to do with your third?
My star knife returned to me, right?
Yes.
Is being in proximity to the cauldron gonna, like, piss it off again?
You don't know.
You're not sure.
About to find out.
I can give you, you can take an action to recall knowledge.
No, I'm just gonna take my third action and move back.
So you come back here and you notice that woman is still cowering in the cell, but she's now watching very intently.
She'll be fine.
Should be fine.
Okay, Lysander.
Great.
She ain't dead yet.
As soon as Lysander goes, the woman in the cell dies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Okay, you are definitely going to be a bloodlord.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to use a spell that I have. I've not used before,
Okay.
and so you will see Lysander as part of the spell. He has on the hand that's missing the thumb. There's looks like a ring that's underneath his gloved hand, and he kind of is playing with this ring. And you see, he reaches out, and I'm going to attempt to cast Tangle Vine on her while she's prone on the ground.
Very cool.
So is this a attack roll?
It is an attack roll.
Okay.
That is a screw you. Stay down, lady.
That would be pretty mean.
It's an 18.
Because she is prone and off guard, it hits.
Okay. I really wanted the critical success, but that's okay. She takes a -10 penalty, circumstance penalty to her speed for 2 rounds, and can attempt to escape against my spell DC to remove the penalty. So if she wants to attempt to escape and spend those rounds or her actions to escape this, she can, but she has to make the my spell save to do that.
Yeah, and the only thing you can really do when you're prone is you can crawl or
Correct.
stand up.
Correct.
And you can only crawl 5 feet, and
Correct.
if my speed is reduced by,
Correct.
I'm well and truly fucked.
So,
Zareth. I'm sorry. How many actions was
that
that?
was 2.
Okay, one more.
And I would probably those 2 would hear him muttering a name under his breath. If you want to roll, you can hear it, and I'll tell you. If you don't want to know, I'll just mutter it and
A
be
name?
A name.
If you guys want to
Sure,
make
I'll
your
just give you
perceptions,
perception.
just roll.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna secret roll
And
it.
then
19 for you.
I
DC
heard
was
you.
30.
I will. DC is 30. Fuck yeah, it's 30.
He's whispering.
It's
Yeah.
an Aklos.
I will take my action and command Remy to move towards her. So he'll take a double stride.
Okay.
Is it 19
That's a good boy.
to get your whisper?
Yep.
I got 19.
So as he's spinning the ring, he says, "Now watch, Cassandra."
Ooh.
Zareth.
I rolled a nat 20.
Yep.
Stupid.
Yeah, you heard the saliva in his mouth clicking when he says Cassandra.
I'm gonna stride up to her
Fine.
and then take a swing.
Okay. Guard.
22 to hit.
That hits.
You're off guard. You're prone. You're
All the above.
necromantic tangle vines.
9 points of damage.
Okay. You have 1 action left.
Take another swing.
Alrighty.
That is 10 to
Okay.
hit.
10 just kind of bounces off the ground there, and it is her turn.
This is not good for him.
Sit. Stay.
nowhere.
Mert, by the way, when you the trip action has an attack trait, right?
It does. Yep.
Give me a will save when you did that.
Oh, good point. Ooh, 15.
Okay, you take 6 points of mental damage as
Noted.
though that spike in your brain just kind of flares when you hurt it.
Yeah.
That's no good.
Yeah. Okay. Oh boy. So my little list of strategies to do each turn didn't account for being prone and entangled and surrounded. So she's done that. She's done that. It's not doing.
She doesn't have her alchemist suicide vest on.
Oh boy.
She says,
No poison teeth.
So am I
cannot.
technically entangled by this
So-
spell?
it says, on success, target takes a negative 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speed for 2 rounds. It can attempt to escape against your spell DC to remove the penalty. But since you're prone, the only actions you can take are to stand or crawl, right?
Or I can attack with a.
Or you
penalty.
can, yeah, absolutely. You can attack with a penalty. I was waiting for someone to fall on the ground because I was like, this is.
Yeah. If you crit and grab them there, then
Oh yeah, because then they're mobilized.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
He was ready.
I was ready, dude. I was like, yes. Rah.
Somebody's on the ground.
Yeah, when you called out that her reflex was her weakest, grabbing that scythe was like I knew just the medicine for that.
Boy, oh boy.
We have an old saying.
Fuckedagain. Fucked again.
No, I was going to say the Baylor's prone.
She's not quite a Baylor.
I thought you were gonna say every +1 counts.
Yeah, for sure.
Man. I have so many.
So many cool things
I
I
hate
like to do.
playing a spellcaster NPC because we have like a whole laundry list of awesome shit.
Oh,
And we
yeah.
have to do like 2 things.
Yeah.
So picking between the things are so hard.
Yeah, it is.
So what I'm gonna do is she'll point over next to one of the corpses over here, and you see kind of buried in it there's a dagger
Sure.
that starts wiggling, comes free of the corpse and flies out at Mert. It's a telekinetic projectile.
Yeah.
Noted.
She chose slashing. Sorry, I guess those be piercing.
Spell attack.
Can you pick?
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
It depends on what you throw.
Interesting.
That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that gets
that's
me.
real good.
Well, actually, I take that back because I am prone. It's a
Right.
20 to hit.
It still hits me.
Okay, great. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, I know.
So this dagger buries into you for 8 points of damage.
Okay.
That's 2,
That's a hefty dagger.
and now she's going to stand up.
Okay. That's it.
That's it. Alara.
Okay, let's do some more biting words.
Oh, why not?
Nom, nom,
When in
nom.
Rome.
Let's see. 14. It's 21,
Yes. That
All right.
does just get her.
and just gonna say, you looked way more comfortable on your back. Oh,
A single tear.
and another 5.
Roasted.
Love it.
All right, it is the top of the next round, Mert.
All right. I'll just seeing her get up. I'll just look at her and I start rapidly bandaging myself. Like, get ready. This is gonna hurt both of us. And
Okay.
I'll battle medicine at the expert DC.
Okay.
Try to put some serious healing back on myself so I
alright.
can put her down. Oh, that's on top of my dice again. I don't know what I'm doing today. Okay, that fails the DC, so no healing back for Mert.
Okay.
Then, 2 actions. Well, let me mark off that I used battle medicine so we keep track. I will intimidating strike. So my remaining 2. 14.
Okay. That does not connect, but I need a will save.
Yep. This is not good. Ooh, how about a 26?
Okay. I think you'll take half.
What? Okay.
That's a basic.
Yep.
Whenever it tries to attack, so even if
Sure,
you
sure.
miss,
Makes sense.
you'll take half of 12, so 6 more mental damage.
Aye,
No,
aye.
I'm sorry, it's not rolled. It's 3 damage.
3? Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Sounds good.
3
Nice.
6. It's just 6.
It's all good.
I got real excited.
Bet.
Do you ever just like, I don't know, root for us?
I am secretly inside rooting for you.
To die.
Yes, Ophelia.
We're gonna go with our tried and true.
Sure.
Baseball.
Biggest balls.
Seems to be working.
That's a
she
great
is now
spell, too,
standing
whenever-
up.
When everybody's in melee, that's a great spell
Yeah.
to throw in there. Yeah.
Just denies all that
I
cover.
rolled a 19.
Okay.
28.
Go ahead and say
It
it.
is a hit. It is not a crit
Oh.
because she is no longer off guard because she is standing up.
Breakdancing.
You're right.
I'm just very nervous.
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Okay. Got it. You have 1 action left, I believe. And then after you'll be Lysander.
I still have my star knife in hand.
Yeah.
Yep. That would be super cool to cast that spell and then throw that knife, but at a -2 penalty for the range.
Yeah, and a plus and minus 5 to my
Yeah. That map.
I don't. I think. You know what? Just so I'm not wasting my.
You can recall knowledge on her. You can whatever you want.
I'm gonna kind of turn my attention to the lady in the cage.
Okay.
Like,
You see a elderly, well, not elderly, but an older woman just kind of cowering in the corner, but she is excitedly, like she's starting to move up to the bars and like hold the bars and watch as you are clearly gaining the upper hand here.
does she look familiar? Does she have anything about her?
You've never seen her before.
Okay.
Zareth.
I will just.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
I thought it was-
Lysander.
I thought it was me.
Lysander. Yep.
I'll be quick, and then it can be you. I'm gonna cast a rank 1 spell, harm, at 2 actions for Mert.
Okay.
I'll probably need to move up to be within 30 feet of Mert.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Just about
move
right
me there.
right next to the cauldron.
Here we go.
Thank you.
You get 10 back.
Okay.
Okay. So move 2 actions.
2 actions. I'm done.
Zareth.
Take a swing.
Okay.
It's
Dirty 20 to hit.
Ooh, that's a hit.
And
Remember, your blades are still aflame,
they are still aflame.
except for the one Mert left on the
11 points of damage.
floor. 11 points of damage. Okay.
I'll do another swing.
Still hanging on.
Here comes another one. That is a 7 to hit.
Okay.
She's still hanging on.
Yep.
She's still hanging on. And then my third action, I'll raise my shield.
You
Excellent.
just keep me hanging on. So,
hey, that's a song.
standing there with Mert and right in front of her, she's going to take that dagger and stab again. Your friends can't help you now. 30 to hit.
It's a crit.
Oh my god.
Okay. It's not a natural 20. Good lord.
But it's still a crit.
Yeah.
And Mert gets critted.
18 points of damage from this blade.
Okay.
Stabs down into you.
Yep. I'm like teetering on my toes, but I am still up.
Ooh.
Okay. Seeing that.
Don't get excited. He's still standing.
Still breathing.
She's going to pass her fingers over your eyes, casting a spell. I need a save from you.
How dare you?
I will tell you what kind of save.
Okay, well, I'm probably fail either way, so you let me know.
It is a fortitude save.
Oh, maybe 14.
No, you failed.
Okay,
You are now
figured.
blind.
All right.
Hey, Mert, don't let her touch you.
Stop.
Blind.
Let
What?
me touch you.
Okay, that brings us to Alara.
Yes. Okay, I guess I got my last round of biting words.
Okay, you can shoot it. You gotta hit her.
Oh, that is probably not going to. 13.
It does not hit.
Okay. Well, then I'll do, and then I'll cast, like, oh, wait, who haven't I not done? Oh, I've only done Sarah. I'll do guidance on Mert.
Okay. That brings us to round 5. Mert, it is your turn. You're blind.
Okay, great. So that would make her hidden from me, correct?
Yeah, so you can't see. All terrain is difficult terrain, and you can't detect anything with vision. You will automatically critically fail perception using vision, etc., etc. -4 to you are, yeah, and then, yeah, she would be basically hidden. So you would roll a flat check and a attack roll.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna do that. I'm trying to double check here because the halfling situation, I get that precise. What's it called? Keen eyes, which reduces that DC by a little. So I want to definitely try to take advantage of that. Sorry, bear with me. I believe it reduces the hidden from 10 to.
Well, it's an 11 flat check. So
Okay. So let's see.
does it reduce it by 1?
Reduces a little more considerably. There it is. It reduces it to a 9.
Oh, okay, nice. So -2.
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and if you're going to attack her,
Yep.
roll the attack and then the flat check.
Attack first, then flat check. Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll swing
It's like
first.
it's like the 50% miss.
Okay.
And,
And this is going to be a trip with the scythe again. So I'm going to try to trip her again.
okay.
Lovely. How about a 12?
Okay, so it doesn't succeed.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to give me a will save.
Yep. 15.
You take 6 mental damage
Okay.
from the spikes of
Okay.
vengeance.
I collapse. And I'm now dying.
I spoke too soon on the Mert not dying thing.
But the harm was clutch because it kept me up when she stabbed me.
True.
I just wasn't able to cash that in for another trip.
It's all right.
Actually, you do not take that damage.
Oh,
It's my fault.
okay.
Rewind that 6.
I'll get right back up.
Yep, because I did not sustain.
Wicked Slim Shady.
Noted.
Okay. So that's murder, a trip attempt.
Okay, so I'll attempt again that map to try to trip.
Okay.
We don't get to bring out the Mert.
It's gonna be a miss as well.
Okay. Up next will be Ophelia.
Really don't have any great options. I'll swing again. Just hope for the nat 20, I guess. That's cocked. I missed my trade. Okay, that is a 11. So that's it. That's my turn.
Ophelia.
Swinging wildly into the air.
Yeah, seriously.
Which makes sense.
I'm blind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Face bolts.
Get him.
Okay.
Wait.
Yep.
I think I need to be closer.
Scoot up a little. Yeah.
I think I need to be within 30 feet.
Okay, no problem. 30 feet, so move, phase bolt.
Yes.
Away.
Probably not going to hit with a 16.
Unfortunately, no. Lysander.
Great.
Yeah, that's it.
One action to activate my support ability for Remington,
Okay.
Yep.
and then I will needle darts her.
Okay. She's just wildly looking around. Dagger in one hand,
That's a
long iron claws.
28.
That's a hit. It's not a crit anymore.
"12 points of piercing
Okay.
and 1 point of the necromantic poison rot from Remy."
Don't like that. I don't like it so much, in fact, that you may go ahead and dispatch your foe.
Whoa.
Great.
But we're not going to drop out of initiative just yet.
Okay. So as as I throw the pull the ring off my coat and crush it and throw the darts into her, you just see these darts pierce through her skin, and this kind of just sickly rot just kind of fester into her body, and then almost just like it accelerates really fast, and it just kind of starts burning her away as the disease kind of sets in and starts to take over her undead body.
So she starts screaming, and she's not undead.
Sure.
She starts collapsing to the floor, and as she does so, she tries to hold herself up with that hand missing that one finger. Mother, I failed, and collapses dead to the floor. That's Lysander's turn. Zareth.
Do I see any other threats in the room?
I'll give you a perception to look around for threats. You don't notice anything that could be a threat yet.
2 actions to ready. Ready in action. If I see any threats coming to range, I'll attack them.
Perfect. Okay. At that moment, crawling out of the cauldron are 4 hands that crawl out of the flesh, still sizzling and boiling as they crawl out, each hand missing a finger. They crawl down the cauldron and crawl to her body and start climbing over it. And then emerging up out of the cauldron, 2 heads float screaming and fly to her body. Alara, what do you do?
This is really bad.
Oh no.
Would that have triggered my reaction?
They don't seem to be threatening you, and they're not in reach of you.
Totally benign floating heads. Gotcha.
Well, they're not threatening you, and they did not come within reach of. Well, I guess they would have come in reach of you. Yeah, we'll trigger an action. Sure, go ahead, and then Alara will pop in. So you attack something?
It was no initially, so we can.
No, I'll go with it because I didn't realize that you were right over her body.
Okay.
For some reason, I was picturing you at the cauldron still.
24 to hit.
Okay, so you hit one of these hands. Do some damage.
14.
Okay, that hand comes skittering to a stop and like twitches right next to her and like kind of like reaches for her and then collapses.
Love that.
Alara.
Good job.
Ooh, okay. Let's recall some knowledge on whatever's going on here.
Oh, yes, let's.
Okay. Ooh. So you know from earlier on that this cauldron was haunted by a number of souls. You also know with this roll that this person, right? You know her name is Kepgetta the Hag-Nailed. You know that hags tend to function in covens, but there's no coven here. Covens usually are 3 people. That's what you know.
Oh no. Okay. Let's see. I guess. Oh gosh, I have nothing to help you more, and I don't have a good cantrips for this. I mean, other than let's see, who's nearby. You know what, Lysander?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm not giving it you yet. I'll give you guidance.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay. There.
Thank you.
Okay, Mert is still blind. I don't think he even sees these things coming out.
No.
Ophelia, do you have anything you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, swinging. Well, I can still move, right? At a slower speed.
Yeah, everything is difficult terrain.
Right. So I will. I'll move with 2 actions over to that corner to where the greatsword was.
Okay.
And then free action, put the scythe in one hand and just start reaching around to grab the greatsword
Okay.
off. In my other
So
hand.
yeah, with that one action to start feeling around. So
Yeah.
2 actions, move over, drop it, feel around. Give me a perception, like a tactile based perception.
That makes sense. 25.
Okay, your fingers just lightly touch on
Great.
the haft of your weapon.
Okay.
Ophelia.
Is there anything, an unattended object that could do slashing in the room?
There's the dagger she threw at whoever.
Okay. I'm going to cast telekinetic projectile.
Go for it.
Get
And
there.
I'm going to aim at one of the heads.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna grab one head and slam it into the other one. Telekinetic
I rolled a
projectile.
27.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That would be really funny.
Right.
Pool balls.
Bang, 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 bang.
And it's going to take 10 damage.
Ooh, okay. Let's see
Let's see if that.
if that is even
Crit.
a crit. It's going to take a 20 damage.
All right.
And
Love
that
that.
head just like the dagger thunks into the back of the skull, and it just kind of goes and falls right on top of her, and kind of like starts kind of chewing on her, and then stills.
Okay.
Lysander. Okay. I gotta keep
yeah,
track of
great.
How many hands and heads I got here?
I will cast 2 action, rank 1, harm
Okay.
at Mert.
And
He will get back 9.
okay.
Okay. Huge.
Third action.
I'll tell Remy to attack that other head.
Okay, go for it.
He rolled 1,
Oh no.
but I'll give you this.
Okay.
I don't want that.
That's fair enough. Why
He's
not?
not going to roll 1.
What's he gonna get now?
Yeah, Remy doesn't roll a 1. Now I'm going to roll another 1. Here we go.
Okay. Could happen.
Yeah, it could. Instead, he rolls a 19 plus 8, so it's 27.
Oh. Okay, that is a critical hit on the head.
Great.
Wow.
Hey, if you do 20 damage,
That's 20 damage
Okay.
That's amazing.
The head is dead.
as Remy bashes the kind of like that three Stooges where he kind of conks him on the head. He just kind of goes. "Bleh."
Nice.
Okay, Zareth.
All right, what's around me?
Remy's mimicking me.
There are 3 hands crawling all over her body.
Okay. I'll swing a hand.
Okay.
That is 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
Another swing. That is 17 to hit.
Is that after map?
After what?
The multi-attack penalty?
Yep.
That does not hit.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it does hit. I gotta look at the right crawling hand. There are a multitude of crawling hands, apparently.
That's wild.
That is 9 points of damage.
Okay. There's 2 hands left.
Okay. And this will be a third swing.
Okay.
12 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, wow. Okay. 10 points.
Okay. There is 1 hand remaining. That hand grabs a hold of Kepketa under the throat, and with preternatural strength, some obviously magical energy pulls her towards the cauldron and drags her body 10, 15 feet along the ground, pulling her inexorably towards the cauldron.
I hate that.
Alara, what do you do?
Oh, jeez.
I hate that a lot.
Okay.
It's so cool.
It is very cool. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
Okay, why not? Alara is going to move towards the dragging body, pull out her longsword and take a stab at it.
Oh my god.
Okay. At the body?
At the hand.
At the hand. Okay.
It's okay. I
Okay,
don't.
so move up, draw the
grab,
sword.
stab.
1 swing. This is for all the marbles.
I don't think I've never even.
You have never even.
No, I have not.
You can do it.
We believe in you.
Nat 20.
Here we go.
18, and then what's my?
An 18 on the die?
Yeah, 18 on the
Okay,
die.
and then you're going to add your. Are you trained in using this sword? Trained in. What is that, a martial? What is that?
If you click on weapons, it'll be at the top.
Okay.
The different types of options.
Well, you're definitely going to hit.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Oh, with +5. There.
She is trained.
So
she is
that's
trained.
a 22.
Yes.
That is
No,
a
23.
critical hit.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So roll your damage and double it up.
Let's go.
Okay.
See, I told you, you got it.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. 4, so 8.
Yes.
8 points of
That's
damage.
good. That's good.
Guess how many hit points this crawling hand has?
9.
8.
Ah,
Oh my god.
So you slice all the fingers off and it just collapses, and the screams in the cauldron, the boiling flesh just kind of stills and goes quiet, and the faces bubble up one last time, and now there's just this congealed mass of flesh in the cauldron. And we'll see what happens with that.
Oh, don't.
Damn it! No.
I know. I was trying so hard to get this.
Man.
We're gonna have to see what happens here next time as we continue to explore
no way.
Crooked Coffin Brewery.
What a cliffhanger, though.
30,
But-
30 more minutes. Come on, let's go.
But
Dang it.
you guys have just beaten Kepgetta the Hagnailed,
Yeah.
the leader of the Three-Fingered Hand Gang,
Yep.
and the last enemy of Book 1.
Oh.
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 No
yeah,
way.
yeah.
Heck
So we'll still
yeah.
have some things to wrap up next time.
That's cool.
Okay, so we do know that name. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know Kepgetta from
Yeah.
Yeah.
you've found documents and you
Yeah.
have heard people talk about her.
She was the one looking for the key and went down to the bone
Yeah.
spur
The Bone
guys.
Shard
Bone
guys that he said that she was Kepgetta.
Shard. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't want to go to war either.
Yeah.
So they told you she came to them to find that key,
Yeah.
right, to
Yeah.
the bank, and she killed almost all of them and boiled them in cauldron
Yeah.
to make the leftovers.
Yeah.
So it seems to be a theme.
Eerily suspicious.
There are some unexplored chambers still left in the Crooked Coffin Brewery. We'll see what happens with that. We'll wrap this up next time. We still have a meeting with the governor.
Yep.
We still have some other things to go over. But I would be ready for level 4 next time.
All right.
Yes,
Heck yeah.
yes.
Man.
I'm ready.
We're
Say
cruising.
when.
Hello,
Excellent
let's
job,
go.
guys. Excellent job. So stay tuned next week on Monday at 6:30 to see what these guys do with the rest of this brewery now that they know that they have defeated the local chapter of the
So
Three-Fingered
we could
Hand.
have a bar, a bookstore, and a bank.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
goodness.
Yeah.
You got to have downtime for it.
But no baby trolls.
And you,
Oh no, baby
yeah.
trolls!
Okay.
They would have been great workers.
If you find them. So yeah, tune in for all that nonsense. Tune in tomorrow at 6 o'clock Eastern, the very same channel for the Soul Severed campaign, right? Some
Yep.
of these the very same cast members are going to be there. Wednesday, Barnabas Brushes. The link for that channel is in the recommended channels below. I'll be painting some miniatures that some of y'all have given me to paint up for you.
Sweet.
I haven't decided who yet.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
I think all of the United Souls is here and ready to roll. So Renalia, you're on the shelf.
Ooh, made it to the shelf.
Yeah, and what else? Oh, and then PopCon is
Right around the corner.
right. That's the 27, 28, 29, right?
Yep.
Indiana Convention Center, room 134. That concourse is free to get in. You need the badge to get into the vendor hall where all the really cool stuff is, all the celebrities, etc. But hey, we're famous too, right?
Right.
Come and visit us for free in the concourse hall. Until then, thanks everybody for tuning in. Like, follow, subscribe on all those things out there. We'll see you next time.
Catch you next time, guys. Thanks.
Good evening.
Go to that Barnabas Brushes page and like that guy and follow him.
Yeah.
He's trying to get to that 50 followers.
I would appreciate it. Big
Right.
giveaway. Well, giveaway.
Bye, everybody.
Wow, good job tonight on the zombies.
Dude, it was so good.
Kept- Kepgetta.
I
It
was
was awesome.
scared if she had made it to that body and made it that cauldron.
I did too.
That was gonna be bad.
Ugh. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to use Tangled Vines twice in a game. I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, you guys with the knowledge of occultism, knowing okay, this is a coven. What are we gonna do?
Also, just how different the dice rolls can be, because in
Dude,
the
right.
zombie fight, I was just smacking them up. But in that fight, that first attack was good, and then everything